Miguel Sano, 10 home runs, 30 RBIs, has helped leading the Twins to the top of the Central Division. They lead by 1 over Cleveland and Detroit. They lead by 4.5 against the Kansas City Royals, who come into town this weekend with some familiar names and faces like that guy, Eric Hosmer. After a slow start, the Royals are 10-7 in May. Hosmer red hot at the plate, hitting .381. This will be a Central Division showdown. 3 games this weekend between the Twins and the Royals at Target Field. And Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by State Farm. Welcome inside the ballpark. It feels like fall baseball. Upper 40s, cloudy and cool. And if the Twins hope to play some fall baseball, one way to do it is to win within your division. And how about the role reversal in the matchup between the Twins and the Kansas City Royals? Last year, a debacle for Minnesota. They only won 4 of 20 games. But this year, and again, small sample size, a 5-0 start for Minnesota. A couple of reasons, the numbers. They've doubled their runs scored from 3.4 up to 6.8. And last year, the team earned run average was above 6. This year, it's below 3. They'll try to keep hot this weekend against the Royals. And Byron Buxton continues to do his best imitation of Torrey Hunter in center field. When we come back, Torrey Hunter is back in the booth, and he'll take a look at the Twin center fielders. It's the Royals and the Twins. We've got Hunter in the booth for all 3.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Toyota. Tested, trusted, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Jeep. Test drive a Jeep brand vehicle at the Drive and Discover event going on now.
There goes the baseball. That ball is hammered. Fair and gone. Torrey Hunter with a 2-run shot.
perennial all-star, Twins Hall of Famer. It's great for us to have Torii Hunter part of the broadcast team. He'll be broadcasting games here this weekend at Target Field. Coming out of spring training, the Twins outfielders coined a phrase: nothing but rain drops from the Twins outfield, and they have taken that to heart.
Oh yeah, those guys are very athletic, very talented out there, and you know, positioning themselves well. And you look at all these guys, man, they're very athletic out in the outfield. You're talking about, you know, Byron Buxton, Rosario, and Kepler, man. Kepler has a lot of room for growth, and he's been playing pretty well. And when you have a great center fielder, it actually makes everybody better, because now you know you don't have to you know, cover so much ground. This guy, he pounds the center field wall, and he's fearless out there, and he's trying to get every ball that he possibly can. When you talk about Max Kepler, when I say he has nothing but growth, he still has room to grow. This guy has a great arm. He's a 5'2" player. He can hit. He can hit, you know, with all power. If he can stay on the ball and drive more balls to left center, he's going to be a great hitter. Right here, he's making plays in the right center gap, and he's very athletic, man. And I definitely think when you have three athletic outfielders like that, you have no choice but to be one of the best defensive outfielders in the game.
Royals came to Minnesota to start the season. The Twins won those 3 games, the 2 in Kansas City. They've turned the tables on the Royals so far this year. We've got the opener of series number 3 coming up next.
Story. Both first-round picks of the Twins. The 2 Southern boys would head north to make their mark in Major League Baseball. Torii Hunter became a franchise fixture, but it took some time to get there. A fearless approach in the field didn't always translate to success at the plate. It took a firm belief in himself to take the next step, become a double threat, and a 5-time All-Star.
Torii Hunter uses the Gold Glove.
Byron Buxton has had the same start to his career, looking like a superstar with the glove, but struggling with the bat. The hits have started to come, as Buxton is beginning to live up to lofty expectations.
Deep drive to left field off the bat. Buxton into the second down.
Both players followed the same script, using failure to find success. The question is, can Buxton have the same happy ending as Hunter? His story continues next.
Well, we have seen snapshots of what might very well end up being a Twins Hall of Fame career for Byron Buxton. And we're happy to have Torii Hunter as part of the broadcast team. Happy to have Kevin Gorg with us as well for this series. Now, what do you think of what you've seen from Byron Buxton? How high is his ceiling?
Oh, his ceiling is very high, man. This guy's talented. I mean, he's 22 years old, and he has nothing but room to grow. And I think when you let him fail a little bit, and that's one thing that happened to me. The failure wasn't what made me, a better player. So I definitely think the future is bright for him. And if he stays consistent and trusts the process, he'd be fine.
Here's the Menards batting order for the Royals, looking for their first win of the year against the Twins. Escobar, Kane, Hosmer, Perez, Bonifacio, Soler, Merrifield, Gordon, and Cuthbert. Hector Santiago on the mound, and we are ready to go. First pitch lifted foul, and Bauer tracking it. It's back on the seat. Strike one. Royals come into this series with a .227 team batting average, lowest in the American League. They've not only struggled against the Twins, they're 0-5 against Minnesota. They are 3-12 against teams in the American League Central. So that they're in last place shouldn't come as a surprise. They've not played well at all, trying to recover from a slow start. This one popped up, playable. Mauer coming in foul territory. Mauer makes the catch next to Castro.
That's a tough play. You got the catcher trying to get out there, and Mauer running full speed, and you got to let that sure glove of Mauer catch that ball.
Not only was Castro next to Mauer when he made the catch, but I don't know if you'll see it here, but the bat of Escobar was right in everybody's feet.
Yeah, got to avoid that, and you also got to avoid contact with each other. Those guys communicated well right there.
One down. Here's Lorenzo Cain. Cain, one of the few Royals hitters who's actually done some hitting. They've got some guys in the lineup that are doing fine. Hosmer's okay, Perez, but they've got some other hitters that are really struggling. Escobar among them. Alex Gordon has struggled. Mike Moustakas has hit for power. He's not in the lineup tonight because Santiago is a left-hander. Missing inside 2-0.
Kane's story is pretty impressive. I mean, this guy played baseball late in his high school career, and he was a basketball player and ended up coming and play big league baseball.
Another one popped up. This one to short right. Dozier out. 2 down. Northland Fort defense. The Twins and Royals have the lowest error totals in the American League. Each team has committed just 12. This outfield has been fun to watch. The Northland Ford defense, Rosario in left, Buxton in center, Kepler in right. Sano's been good at third, Polanco's been good at short. Dozier and Mauer both very good on the right side of the infield, and Jason Castro does the catching again tonight. Here's Eric Hosmer. Kepler had an outstanding game yesterday. And Hosmer goes after the first pitch, swings and fouls it over the Kansas City dugout.
All these guys are swinging at the first pitch. These guys coming out hacking. I guess they know Santiago is throwing first pitch strikes, trying to get ahead early.
Down and away, 1-1. Santiago 4 wins, an ERA of under 4. Team ERA a little bit over 4. He's done a nice job keeping the team in the ball game, giving them a chance to win. Fastball zips inside 2-1. When we talked to him a couple starts ago, he said he thought the way he was pitching was the best he's pitched at this level, better than the July stretch he had last year with the Angels. Dribbled foul.
He's actually coming off a rough start. His last start, he went a little over two innings, and so I'm pretty sure he's looking to redeem himself in this game.
Indians roughed him around, hit 3 home runs against him. He gave up 7 hits, 2 walks. It was not a good outing at all. 2-2 to Eric Hosmer. And in the dirt now, 3-2 with Perez on deck.
Eric Hosmer has been with this organization when they were losing. He's won with them, and he's one of the leaders on this team, and once he gets going and get these guys rallied up.
And he beats the shift with a sharp single to left. Only one infielder over there. It was Polanco. And Hosmer reaches with a 2-out hit.
Why did I say something? That's a nice piece of hit, man. He stayed on that pitch and looked like his body wanted to go to right field, but he kept his hands back and was able to hit the ball to left field.
Here's Salvador Perez, and he has feasted on Twins pitching again this year.
He's in a little bit of a funk right now.
Yeah. Average down to 270. And he swings at 1.5 foot outside. Just 4 for 22 against Santiago, but with a couple of home runs.
Swing like that on the first pitch, I'm definitely sure that he's going to come back with that same pitch.
Well, what is this?
I have a coat.
Hand delivered from the clubhouse. Foul back, 2 strikes.
You tried to charge me for your jacket.
I was willing to sell you this coat. This coat right here, which I for $1,500.
But you tried to sell it to someone else for $100.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you're Torrey Hunter.
That's price gouging. You can't do that. Give it to me, the same price.
2 strikes to Perez. Hosmer takes off and the pitch lifted foul. Probably a good thing. He got a huge jump. So you make one phone call to the clubhouse and you get this deluxe warm jacket brought up from the clubhouse.
Well, you know, Dick, it's all about relationships. It's all about getting to know people, and
yeah.
I know some people down in the clubhouse.
I know you do. I know them too, but I can tell you what would happen if I'd called. Popped up behind second. Santiago got Perez leaning out in front. Dozier squeezes it, and it's a scoreless first for Hector Santiago. Inning. Twins will take more of that. Twins actually got really more than I think anyone could have hoped for from their starters in that doubleheader yesterday, with Irvin Santana going 7 and Jose Barrios going 7 2/3. Here's the Menards batting order for the opener with Kansas City. Brian Dozier, Robbie Grossman, Joe Mauer, Miguel Sano, Max Kepler, Jorge Polanco, Jason Castro, Byron Buxton, and then Eddie Rosario. Nate Carnes will make his second appearance of the year against the Twins, but his first start.
Who's your pick to click today?
In the Twins lineup?
Yes.
I like Miguel Sano based on what he's done with the Royals, against the Royals so far this year.
That's like cheating.
Well, you gave me the first choice.
It's like cheating. It's like if you were playing a video game and you wanted to pick the team first, you picked LeBron James. You know, that's cheating.
All right, who should I have picked?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got Polanco.
Okay. Here's Dozier facing Carnes. Carnes pitched out of the bullpen when the Royals came here to start the season. Twins roughed him up in part of an inning. Miguel Sano hit a 3-run triple against Carnes. And the Twins have won all 5 games against the Royals. The 3 here and the 2 in Kansas City.
That's why you pick Sano. I get it.
Plus, he hasn't hit a home run in a week. He's due. And now 2-0. Twins have outscored the Royals 34-14 in the 5 games. And they had some fun when Carnes came out of the bullpen in the 2nd game of the year. Sano with a bases clearing triple.
Carnes throw a lot of off speed, a lot of curveballs, sliders. Really good sneaky fastball. I guess they call it spin rate right now, but he has a sneaky fastball, slider, and throws occasional changeups.
On a bit of a strikeout binge right now. He struck out 12 over 5 innings against the Orioles in his last start, and he struck out 10 to start before that against Tampa Bay.
You know, in that last start, he actually threw a lot of off speed. And you know, look for these guys to throw a lot more. For him to throw a lot more off speed today.
Look at that, less than 50% fastballs, curveball, changeup, making up about half the pitches that he throws.
34% curveballs is a lot.
2-2 to the leadoff man on the bottom of the 1st. And Dozier on a breaking ball swings and misses. 1 down. Northland Ford defense for the Royals, and as I said, they're very good. Just 12 errors on the year. Alex Gordon isn't hitting, but he's still really good in left field. Lorenzo Cain in center, Bonifacio in right tonight. Chesler Cuthbert in 3rd for Moustakas, who will sit against some left-handers. Escobar Merrifield up the middle, Hosmer at 1st, and Perez behind the plate. Gold Glove winner Alex Gordon. And now Robbie Grossman takes ball 1.
If they can ever get Alex Gordon going, I think he will help out as well. He's one of the leaders of this ball club, and right now he's in a little bit of funk as well. But that glove never goes anywhere.
And Grossman takes a strike, 1-1. Royals have had 2 starters who've been pretty good, and the Twins will miss them both. Jason Vargas and Danny Duffy. And Grossman waits and misses the breaking ball. It's 1-2.
I know that the Twins, I know James Rollinson, he's actually in, you know, before the game and pregame, I'm pretty sure he's told these guys the plan of attack is get the pitch up because he loves his curveball in the dirt.
And Grossman lifts it foul. There's James Rowson. Nice job working with this largely young lineup.
He's very positive with these guys, man. He really pumps those guys up, and whenever they need work, he's always available, and you know, watches a lot of film and really helping these guys out.
Another 1-2 coming to Grossman. And now 2-2. Mentioned the Twins have outscored the Royals in the 5 games 34-14. And in the 5 games they have taken 30 walks. Now, I don't know about Arkansas high school math, but now that's a lot of walks per game. There's a ball lifted to left. Gordon retreats. Still on the grass. Out number 2. That's like 6 walks a game.
Yeah.
That's too many.
That's too many walks a game. You don't want to have 6 walks a game. I'm pretty sure 3 of those were runs.
Yeah. Here's Bauer. Joe with the batting average climbing slowly but steadily. It's up to 260.
It's amazing. A guy starts off the season, you know, he struggles, but the track record is always there. You know, Mauer's going to end up in the season hitting 290, you know, and he's going to have 12 homers with like 70 RBIs, 80 RBIs. He's always who he is, and he doesn't change. And that's pretty much for any veteran hitter. You see a guy, he's struggling, Just wait to the end of the season. You are who you are. And Ron Washington told me that one day. And he said, you see all these guys hitting 400 in April, wait to the end of the season. They'll be back to who they are.
That's to center, and that'll carry to Kane. A line drive for an out. The 1-2-3 first for Nate Karns.
For our car soup scoop from the clubhouse. I'm talking to Paul Molitor this afternoon. He talked about the shot in the arm they got from Jose Barrios last night. Doubleheader last night. Bad weather on the horizon for the weekend. Really did not want to tax that bullpen. He thought that was awesome from his youngster last night. Also talked about Jason Castro, the catcher, and what a calming influence he said he has on this pitching staff. He said when times get tough, when pitchers get into a rut, this guy's experience and the way he deals with this pitching staff has been a real, I think, push for this team to be a better team and a better pitching staff. And Miguel Sano, guys, he has ripped Kansas City, batting .500. 14 RBIs already in just 5 games. The Royals are certainly going to adjust. Molitor talked about it, and they talked with Sano today about if the Royals pitch you differently, you've got to adjust back to stay on top of your game. They need Sano again to keep the offense coming against Kansas City.
Well, thank you, Kevin. First pitch fouled back off the bat of Bonifacio, and now a strike taken. You know what? Getting back to Barrios and Castro, I checked with Jason today. Barrios has had 2 great starts where he's gone 7 2/3 innings and given up, what, 5 hits. And I asked Jason, I said, hey, have you even had to go out to the mound to talk to him? He said, no, not last night and not in Cleveland, which speaks to Barrios's maturity. And Jack talked in the pregame show about, you know, he hit a couple of guys early, but he was able to collect himself, stay focused, and not needing a trip to the mound from the pitching coach or a trip to the mound by the catcher.
Man, you know what? Neil Allen and Derek Falvey and all the crew, they actually gave him a plan of what he needs to do, you know, in AAA coming out of spring training, and he went down there and executed. They wanted him to kind of go more downhill and keep the ball down, and instead of opening up, and the ball is just kind of rising and stand up in the zone.
Check swing 1-2.
And he went down there and executed. You can tell the last 2 starts he's been downhill, keeping that ball down. The slider's been biting. His balls are in or out of the zone, out into the zone, and he's fooling a lot of guys. And you know, the last batter of last night's game didn't want to hit at all. You can look at his face when he was on deck.
Foul back again.
Because he was so nasty last night.
Well, he and Desmond has been around for a while, and he had to hit against Jose Fernandez. Compared Barrios' stuff last night to Jose Fernandez. Now that's about as high a compliment as you're going to get.
Maybe nastier. That curveball was really biting last night.
Bonifacio takes outside 2-2.
He's a special kid, and he works hard in the offseason.
Just 2 starts, but what a shot in the arm it would be to this Twins organization and to Twins fans to be able to count on some reliability in that spot in the rotation, and then continue to get reliable starts from Santiago and the excellence of Santana and steadiness we hope from Phil Hughes, suddenly this rotation looks pretty intriguing.
Well, you know, losing streaks and winning streaks, they all it's going to happen. And I think when you have Santana and Rios
and he missed ball 4, leadoff walk here in the second.
You look at his pitches last night. I mean, his fastball has some nice late life to it and has some movement, some run, some sink, and his slider was unbelievable. It was breaking all over the place, and he was locking up guys. You know, put on your seatbelt. He buckled guys and kept the slider down. Look how the ball is breaking out of the zone. I mean, you can't really hit that, and if you do hit it, your butt is going to be out. You're going to hit it off the end of the bat, and if you know your back can go down a soldier, but it's he's actually pretty nasty. I don't want to face him at all. I'll take and hopefully walk me.
Here's Jorge Soler, who's in the minor leagues, rehabbing an injury when the Twins faced the Royals in Kansas City, and he takes strike 1. Soler, the designated hitter, came to the Royals from the Cubs in the Wade Davis deal.
You stand next to this guy, he is huge.
Off the plate, not close, 1-1.
Santiago has thrown of the 6 batters, he's thrown 5 first pitch strikes, and these guys are swinging at the first pitch because he's been doing that lately for the last couple starts, and I'm pretty sure that's their plan of attack.
1 and 2 with Soler taking a strike over the inside corner. Santiago trying to pitch around the leadoff walk. Santiago once started against the Royals this year, and it came in that second game of the year. 5 innings, gave up just 1 run, and picked up the win. Fastball up and in, and we see Santiago do that. It's a key to his success against right-handers, zipping a fastball in off the plate.
It's a purpose pitch to set up a changeup. You know, sometimes you got to keep the batter honest, and there you go.
He didn't bite.
It's a setup pitch, and whenever you pitch in, you have some. I hear some fans, they're like, "Oh my God, he pitched in, I almost hit him." No, it was a purpose pitch. It's a purpose to the pitch, and it's to set up the next pitch.
He missed with the changeup, and now it's another full count after the leadoff walk to Bonifacio. Another weak pop-up, this time the left side of the infield. Polanco wants it. 1 down. Let's go back to Kevin Gorg for more on last night's starter and winner, Jose Barrios.
Yeah, it ties into our State Farm combination, guys. How good has Barrios been? Check this out. Major League Baseball, long time it's been around, right? Pitchers 22 or younger to start the year 2-0, allowing of sub 100 batting average. You have to go back just 3 times now with Barrios. Juan Marichal in 1960, 2007, King Felix Hernandez, and now Barrios. Opponents batting just 82 against this guy. It's pretty nice company there, boys.
Absolutely a Hall of Famer, and well, maybe Felix can get back healthy. Maybe he'll have a Hall of Fame career as well.
He's definitely had a good career.
And down the middle, a strike. Barrios is not going to be 22 much longer. He has his 23rd birthday a week from tomorrow.
He's amongst them elite company. You know, Juan Marichal and Hernandez. That's pretty impressive.
Open away, 1-1.
This guy's been very hot. You know, his last couple games, he's been swinging the bat pretty well. His first, 18 games or so, struggled a little bit, but I think he's trying to make an adjustment. I like this little player. Has a little sock in that little body of his.
On the outside corner. First time I think Santiago's hit that corner with that changeup. The Royals tried Christian Colon there for a while. Raul Mondesi not quite ready to be there. There's the changeup down and away, called a strike.
Ooh-wee.
Adam Hammery calling balls and strikes. Bill Miller, Ryan Blackney, and Kerwin Danley on the bases. Bounce right side. Dozier will get the force at second. Nice play by Dozier. Nice decision. It's got to be tough to make the right call when you're running away from the bag you're throwing to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's running away, but Dozier, you know, he's done that plenty of times, and he's able to make that reverse turn and get that force out at second. And you talk about that changeup with Merrifield, and he threw the changeup away. The umpire called it for a strike, and the next pitch he had to swing at it. You know, sometimes the umpire can manipulate an at bat.
Here's Alex Gordon. Off the plate with a fastball, ball one. It's been a struggle for Gordon. 131 at bats and just 22 hits. 5 doubles, no triples, no home runs.
Yeah, it's amazing that he was a third baseman early on. You know,
right.
He faced the Metrodome a lot. He was a third baseman, and I thought he was a really good third baseman. And they moved to the outfield. He was Gold Glover.
He took to it right away.
Right away. I mean, this guy is a tremendous athlete. You know, if he can hit the ball and drive the ball back to left field to stay on the ball.
Breaking ball, and that is off the glove of Mauer. That's a fair ball. Kepler has to close on it in a hurry. They will hold the runner at third. A soft line drive, and Mauer got leather on it, and the Twins are lucky that there was no more of a deflection than there was, because Merrifield runs well, and he could very easily have scored on that ball. Gordon gets a base hit, first and third, 2 down.
Now this pitch was hanging all over the plate, and he was able to put good wood on it. Mauer touched it in fair play, and it went foul. So I guess he made contact, and there it is. He pitched out over the plate and came out of box hustling and was thinking 2.
Now the play that Dozier made to get the lead runner, at least for the time being, has kept this game scoreless. Here's Chesler Cuthbert, and Castro staggers as he catches ball 1. Santiago putting the leadoff man on with a walk, and it's a different runner, but it is the leadoff walk that has the Royals with a runner at third and 2 down. Well, back out of play, 1-1.
I think these guys are very aggressive this first time around the lineup. I mean, I know next time around Santiago's going to make some changes, and those guys probably going to make the adjustment if he does.
One. Chop foul, fastball down and in. This will be the 40th pitch for Santiago, hoping that it's the last pitch of the second inning.
A lot of pitches.
Base hit, left center field. The Royals will take the lead. Merrifield scoring. Buxton backhands it, gets it back in quickly, and it is a big 2-out hit for the number 9 batter. The number 8 hitter gets a hit. The number 9 batter gets a hit. And Santiago 1 pitch away, but instead it's an RBI single.
Kind of left that pitch out over the plate. And nice little changeup he left out over the plate. The guy got extended and was able to stay on. He had 2 strikes, and we tried to let the ball get deep and just make contact, and he did a great job of staying on that ball.
And now Escobar fouled out to Mauer to start the ball game. Half swing and a foul. So you try to figure this game out, and you figure, well, okay, the Royals have a little threat going here, but number 8 hitter's only hitting 168. Number 9 hitter's only hitting 143, and they both get hits, and just like that, you're behind 1-0.
Oh yeah, man. I think if you played in the major leagues, you hit 7th, 8th, or 9th. Don't count those guys out. They got here for a reason.
Now outside 1-1.
And if you're making mistakes, and you're leaving pitches up, they're going to take advantage of that.
3 hits for the Royals. They've all been singles. And you mix in the leadoff walk here in the second. 1-1 to Escobar. And a strike over the inside corner.
It's a good pitch. That's a good pitch for Esky. Escobar likes to hit the ball to right center. When he's going well, he's driving that ball, line drives to right center, right field. And you see Byron Buxton, he's playing him a little oppo in right center, and you see Kepler playing the right field line, and Rosario he stays at home.
Missed the corner this time, 2-2.
And that's the reason why they're pitching in. They're pitching him in pretty hard, so he won't be able to shoot that ball to right field. Trying to jam him or hit the ball to Sano or Polanco over there.
Two and 2. Pitch number 45.
They're trying to really tie him up in the inside. He's trying to shoot that ball to right center. It's 2 strikes. That's all he's going to try to do to stay on that ball.
Last night at the nightcap, we saw a lot of swings and misses. Santiago, not really a swing and miss guy. Seen a lot of foul balls with 2 strikes.
And you're talking about an aggressive ball club as well. It could be a reason why that their team average is down this year.
And Escobar leans across the plate but didn't swing, and now it's a full count. Cuthbert, the runner at first, will leave early. Mauer looking in the dugout to see whether they want him to hold the runner or not, and they do. Nope, now they're going to motion Mauer to play behind the runner. Manager Paul Molitor changed his mind.
I mean, you got a guy hitting behind him that's hitting, over 300. I say go after him. He's been struggling. Throw a strike.
Polanco juggles it, sets, fires, inning over. A smash off the bat of Escobar. The Royals get a walk and a couple of hits in the game's first run. Miguel Sano, the Royal killer, will lead off the second. Sano will lead off the second against Kansas City, and Sano has been smashing the ball against Kansas City. 3 home runs, the 3-run triple we spoke of, a double. 14 of his 30 runs batted in, almost half, have come against the Kansas City Royals.
This guy's a Royals killer. I know when I played, I always loved playing against the Royals, and the ball travels at their place, and they always threw strikes, and it seemed like Sano is really a Royals killer.
Outside, ball 1 from Nate Carnes. Sano with 3 singles in the doubleheader yesterday. All 3 singles went up the middle. That's a hit to left. And Sano continues to rack up hits, takes a big turn. People don't run on Alex Gordon anyway. Very powerful young man, and when he makes contact, the sound of the ball meeting the bat is rather loud. Breaking ball.
Strong like bull.
Leadoff man is on. Cold hard facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Highest percentage of batted balls with the exit velocity of 95 or more, and it's not close. Miguel Sano with a healthy lead over Miguel Cabrera. Here's Max Kepler. Pitch is up.
I think Max has really found something in his swing to get himself back into sync, and he's starting to stay down on the ball and drive the ball up the middle and stay on it a little longer instead of trying to pull everything. I think he figured that out. I had a good conversation with him earlier.
That's to the right field wall. Off the wall. Sano rounding second to third. Kepler to second. They're going to wave Sano around. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is out. With a head-first slide, the tag by Perez. Kepler takes third, and Bonifacio rubbing his head. He's the carom off the wall in right field.
Hit his head.
Hit his head. And Sano is thrown out at the plate. We'll see whether they give Kepler a double or a triple.
Should be a triple.
It is a double. Going to third on the throw.
He's able to get that ball, hit the cutoff man, and great exchange right there, and good relay, and man, the ball beats Sano there. I think that horse jumped on his back around third.
Infield in, and strike 1 to Jorge Polanco.
Nate Kern's best pitch is the curveball, and with a man on third, I'm pretty sure he's going to keep throwing a steady diet of curveballs, trying to get swing and misses.
Foul back, and it's 0-2.
It's 2 curveballs. You know, Polanco got to really bear down right here. Man on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is get a pitch up and put it in the outfield. You got to keep it simple, stupid, and you get the job done. And now you get a run, an RBI in, and ties the game up.
Polanco, the 3rd toughest hitter in the American League to strike out, and Carnes is going to try to change that in this at bat. Foul tip, and Perez couldn't hang on. Mookie Betts, the toughest to fan, then his teammate Dustin Pedroia, and then Jorge Polanco with a strikeout every 10.6 at bats. Mauer also in the top 10. So the second inning starts with a couple of hits and nearly the first run of the game.
And the ball's hit off the wall, and Sano kind of had to wait to see if he's going to catch it, but he's hustling. He's coming around second. He's coming around third. And he slowed down. He should have never slowed down. That's an extra 2 or 3 steps. And the ball beat him there just by, maybe a step. If he didn't slow down right there and run full speed around third, he would definitely probably had a better chance of being safe. But I have no problem with him going home right there. And early in the game, it's only the second inning, and you need to try to draw some blood and get the team rallied up. And so I have no problem with Gene Glenn actually sending him right there.
Force the other guys to make a play, right? And they made one.
Yes, they executed well. The relay went well, and no faulty exchange, and they they made the play. Tip the cap.
1-2 to Polanco, trying to find some outfield grass here. Just off the corner, he bent a curve, and it just missed being a strikeout pitch.
That's a good pitch. I don't know how he does it. I would have swung at that and fouled it off. Good pitch outside and around the plate. Hey, it was a ball. That's what the box said.
Sometimes what the umpire says and what the box says aren't the same. Polanco puts it in play. Hosmer will go to the bag, and Kepler frozen at third, 2 down. That'll leave it up to Jason Castro. Let's check in with Kevin Gore.
Yeah, guys, time for the MLB. The showstopper last night in Seattle, Gene Segura homer to extend his hitting streak to 17 games, tying Mike Trout for the longest such streak this season in Major League Baseball. Segura has been sizzling hot so far, leading the American League with a batting average at .359. And they needed all his 3 RBIs. They won that game 5-4.
The infield back at standard depth. Twins started the inning with a single and a double. 1 out at home plate. Ground ball to Hosmer. And now Jason Castro.
Good to see Gene Segura hit the ball. He was my teammate with the Angels, and I thought he was a tremendous talent, and now he's swinging the bat pretty well.
Twins need a pick-me-up here from Jason Castro to get this game tied. Breaking ball over. Well, we have seen a lot of curves.
So all he's going to do, a steady diet. This is what you're going to get. So you need to learn how to eat those. What?
Carnes trying to pitch around a rough start to the inning. A couple of solid hits, one by Sano, one by Kepler. 1-1 to the Twins catcher. Fly ball right center field. Kane coming in to put it away. Twins threat, don't score. It's still 1-0 Kansas City. Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Another cool night here at Target Field. Dick Bramer along with Torrey Hunter and Kevin Gorg, bringing you the opening game of a 3-gamer between the first place Twins and the last place Royals. And excuse me if I feel little giddy inside saying that. It's nice to see the Twins back in first place.
Oh, it's a great feeling that, you know, to see these guys in first place, and you know, now it's time to stay consistent and believe in themselves, and they do that, they can hold it down.
Sharply hit. First hop skipping to Polanco. Mauer
Nice.
Put a tag on Kane right before his foot touched the bag. Kane had to veer off to the right, gave somebody some skin along the warning track there. And Mauer with a nice adjustment on a sailing throw.
You know, Mauer, man, he's a sure glove over there, man. He's saved a lot of errors on this ball club, and Mauer's got that soft touch and that soft glove over there, and you know, he helped those guys out a lot.
There's Eric Hosmer.
Kane having fun over there with the fan, high-fiving him. That was pretty cool.
Hosmer singled to the left field side, right about where Sano is standing right now. The Twins had a shift on the first time up, and the base hit has pulled the Twins out of the shift after the first at bat. They had Sano playing on the right side of the infield. Inside, a fastball zipped, and it's 1-1.
I like Santiago throwing first pitch strikes. That's why these guys are swinging. And
want to hit to left again for a hit, and backhanded by Rosario. The throw, beautifully strong throw, and Hosmer might have thought it was a double when he left home plate, but he's held to a single thanks to a nice play by Rosario.
Rosario made a nice play over there in left field. These guys are very, very well positioned, and you know, you got to commend Jeff Pickler on that. Pitch was away, and Eric Hosmer stayed on that ball well, and see how Eddie Rosario got over there and hustled and kept that ball in a single, set up a double, got the double play in order.
You know, we tend to think of the great outfield play that we've seen, and we remember the great catches, but little plays like that, you know, this is a very athletic outfield, and sometimes that athleticism even shows up in base hits, holding runners to singles rather than allowing them to get doubles.
I mean, you see a guy like Buxton running to the wall. You see Kepler make that play in right center last night. I mean, you just see that result, but you don't see when guys are getting the ball and they're throwing to second base and keeping guys you know, at singles instead of doubles, and cutting the ball off in the gap and keep those guys from taking that extra 90 feet. I mean, these guys do a great job of doing that because of the athletic ability that they have.
Popped up foul out of play, 2 strikes now to Perez. Perez popped up to Dozier, his first time up. I wanted to ask you about Buxton's catch in Cleveland the other day, because I said at the time it was the best catch I've seen a center fielder make this year. Now this is in person. Kevin Pillar made maybe one of the best catches a center fielder's ever going to make, but I didn't see that in person. But the one where Buxton knew he was going to get creamed by the wall in an 8-2 game in the 7th inning, I thought was the best catch I've seen a center fielder make. But you are obviously a much better judge of that than I am.
Now, I mean, for me, it wasn't just the catch, it was the fearlessness. You know, him going to the wall and not just letting the ball hit the wall. He said, forget that, I'm going to catch this ball. He concentrated on catching the ball first and then taking a hit later, because I've never met a wall that I liked. The wall hated me. I'm 0 for 47 against the wall, and he's 0 for 3.
2 strikes to Perez and another foul.
I thought Buxton was laid out until Max Kepler actually tried to stick his finger in his nose. He got up right away. Those guys are buddies, man. They've been playing in the minor leagues together and coming up together, and they have a lot of fun.
0-2. Outs have been hard to come by for Santiago. He'd like to throw 1 pitch here and maybe get 2 outs on 1 pitch. Outside, 1-2.
And there you go. Here's the ball going to the wall. He concentrated on catching the ball. He knew he was going to take the hit. He knew it. And he just had to do it, but he kept that ball in his glove. Touchdown. And then Kepler came over, tried to stick his finger in his nose. That's not good.
That's to left center field. Rosario with the catch, out number 2. And that'll bring up Bonifacio. That's kind of a catchy slogan. I like that. Only rain drops in the Twins outfield.
That's pretty good. You know, I like it. I mean, you're selfish. You want every ball. You don't want you to have a hit. We want hits. I want to get a hit, but I don't want you to have hits.
You hit a lot of home runs. You robbed a lot of home runs, which made you feel better inside.
Oh, robbing a home run is the best thing in the world. You hit a home run, you kind of it's you know, I've done it a couple times, but when you rob a home run, you know, it could be once every year, once every 2 years, and just got to enjoy it.
Fouled away. Still remember, I want to say Carlos May, but it's not.
Carlos Lee.
Carlos Lee.
Yeah, Carlos Lee.
For the White Sox.
He hit the ball to center field in the Metrodome, and I jumped up and caught the ball, and I got up pretty high, and the next day my ribs were sore. But you know what? I like robbing home runs because of the facial expressions.
1 strike. And your most infamous one, of course, in the All-Star game. I was at Miller Park for that, and Barry Bonds lifted you up on his shoulders as you came off the field.
The best moment was when I went up. I jumped up and caught the ball, and Ichiro ran over, and he said something in English that I never knew he would knew. I can't say it on the air, but I couldn't believe. I was like, what? And that's why I kept looking back and talking to him. I couldn't believe that he said something in English that was rated R, but it was pretty cool.
1-1. And I'm missing inside 2-1.
And every time I see Ichiro, we usually bring that up and talk about it. It was pretty cool. And Barry Bonds, one of the best hitters in the game. You know, he flop you over his shoulder like you're a rag doll. What am I supposed to do? Take it? Yeah.
That's hit well to left. Bonifacio puts a charge into it, a liner to left, and it's 3-0. And the Royals, who struggled to score runs, have gotten a couple of big 2-out hits here against Santiago. All 3 runs produced with 2-out hits.
He was very aggressive in that at bat.
3-0 Kansas City.
Right here, he kind of threw some pitches, you know, out over the plate. He was swinging at pretty much all of them, and he left a ball middle in, and he was able to turn on it and do some damage with it.
Bonifacio's 3rd of the year, and it's 3-0. Now strike 1 on a foul by Jorge Soler.
You know, I don't miss much, but these guys are swinging really hard, first pitch, and most of his pitches. And that's their plan of attack, because everybody's doing the same thing.
1-1.
Usually there's hitters that kind of are more patient, but these guys are not doing that. The whole lineup is swinging at first pitch. They're swinging at a lot of his pitches because he throws a lot of strikes.
And fastball upstairs gets a swing and a miss. 1-2.
And then you look at Nate Kearns. Kearns has 1 first pitch strike. It's seven batters, and we have to be a little more patient because he's not throwing strikes early in the count.
Off the plate, 2-2. Meanwhile, the pitch count climbing for Santiago. He's up to 66 already, and he's still got 1 out to get here in the 3rd.
Out of the 11 first pitch strikes, they swung at 8 of the 11. That is a lot. About time to mix it up.
And now a full count. 5th 30 a full count, I believe, for Santiago. That's one of the reasons why the pitch count is so elevated.
Yeah, they've been swinging and fouling balls off, and battling at the plate. He has no choice but to try to throw strikes.
Popped up, and it'll take a while to come down, and when it does, Sano will catch it. Royals lead at 3-0. You're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. Lead off the third inning, and so many comparisons between Buxton's stuttered start to his career and one of Torii Hunter. You struggled early in your career. You went back and forth to AAA and the major leagues a lot early on. What was it, or what things clicked for you eventually to lead you to the Twins Hall of Fame?
Man, I had to trust my ability, man. You know, every time I went to the plate, I had another voice in my head, and I went up there with their swing, you know, and using what they told me to do, and I never really had a chance to just use my God-given ability. So when I went back to AAA in 2000, you know, I had a guy named Bill Springman actually told me to be ready to hit, put yourself in a good position to hit, and use your God-given ability, use your athletic ability. And I went down there and hit .368 with 18 homers and 70 RBIs, and came back to the major leagues and just stuck with it and took bits and pieces from different guys. And
Buxton with a pop-up. Hosmer has no play.
And I really didn't have an identity. You know, I didn't know if I was going to be a home run hitter or I was going to be a singles hitter. I had a vicious swing, you know, my whole career. And I think that's what Buxton's going through. He just, you know, he doesn't really have an identity. He knows he has a lot of power. He's more of a hybrid guy, and sometimes that can be dangerous. You know you have some pop, but also you can hit for average.
Fall back. You know, and I think the projection for him has changed within the last 12 months. People see the speed and they think, well, leadoff hitter. And then Paul Molitor opened the season this year by putting him third in the lineup because of that power you talked about.
Well, you probably put him third, and out of spring training, he had a different mindset. His mindset was, let's go, I'm ready to go. He started off pretty well, but the mindset of Byron Buxton is so strong that you're like, okay, I got to put him in third. And we made the adjustment, you know, Paul Molitor made the adjustment of bringing him back down and let him get some at-bats, and, you know, so he won't have 4 at-bats in a game and maybe have 3, and his average is kind of, you know, slows down a little bit. But I definitely think that now he's working his way back up to that 3 spot because he does have the mindset and the work ethic to be there.
Trying to get aboard to start the third inning with the Twins down 3-0. He's battling with 2 strikes, 1 and 2 from Nate Carnes to Byron Buxton. Strong on and missed, and Buxton eventually strikes out on the breaking ball. One down, that'll bring up Eddie Rosario.
He battled, fastball up, set that pitch up right there, the curveball down. And it's pretty tough. I mean, you know, that at bat, he got the pitch down, and Like I said, he loves his curveball, and these guys got to get the pitch up if they want to do some damage off of Kearns tonight.
How's that flimsy little jacket serving you?
You know what? This jacket, you can't get a jacket from Texas. You got to get a jacket from Minnesota to take care of this cold weather.
Okay.
Right? Like my jacket from Texas.
This wool one here, it's really warm.
Look.
$1,200. I'll knock $300 off the price of the coat.
$150 final offer.
$150. We'll meet halfway. $750. I'm coming down halfway.
You are a tough negotiator. Definitely. You know what? You like Scott Boras.
Well, I don't know that I like that comparison at all, but
you get you go for the highest bidder.
1-1 to Rosario. Got a long way found. Was Scott Boras your agent at any time?
No, Larry Reynolds.
Larry Reynolds.
Reynolds Sports Management.
Harold Reynolds' brother, I believe,
Harold
right?
Reynolds' brother. He's actually been my agent since I was 17 years old. Good guy, great guy.
Now Rosario's up there with 2 strikes. That's hit to the left field corner and deep. Gordon going back, making the catch. Just a perfect route. Didn't panic, measured it, caught it in the corner.
Like I said, this guy might not be hitting, but I promise you that glove is not ever going anywhere. It's a Gold Glover.
It's like this was his home ballpark. He knew exactly how much room he had to the corner.
Well, if you think about it, he's been here forever. You know, Rosario stays on his curveball and drives the ball pretty well. Flicks his wrist. Man, look at that. That guy's strong in that little body. Remind me of Jock Jones. And you got Gordon over there running balls down, and he's a Gold Glover, perennial Gold Glover, and special talent. He plays in his ballpark all the time, so he knows it.
Here's Dozier, and he takes a strike outside on the outside corner. Went down swinging on 5 pitches in his first at bat. Ryan's average down to 229. One and one.
No, Dozier's more of a pull hitter, and I'm pretty sure these guys are going to stay away from him. I mean, they face him so much at home. I think 19 times a year. So I'm pretty sure they're going to stay fastballs away and curveballs away because he's more of a pull hitter and try to force him to go to right field.
Popped up.
Almost made a mistake.
Perez back, but it is out of play. A couple rows back in the Champions Club. And now Dozier's up there with a 1-2 count. Twins 8-6 in the month of May. They'd like to continue to play good baseball and post their second consecutive winning month. And I firmly believe that if they could have 6 winning months, they'd be in the playoffs.
Playoffs, you have no choice. If you try to win, if you try to win every series, that's your mindset. You can't go in there and say we're going to sweep. We're going to sweep. You got to go in there and say, well, let's win the series. Keep it simple, stupid, and you're going to be in the playoffs.
And high to right field. Going back is Bonifacio. He's at the wall, and he made the catch.
Nice catch.
Carnes living right. Gordon made a nice play for out number 2. Bonifacio made a better play for out number 3. And the Twins go down 1-2-3. presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. And by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Just thinking, $750 and I'll throw in these gloves. Huh?
So you have some gloves. You have that inside your jacket?
I can see your hands are cold.
Man, my hands are freezing.
These are nice leather gloves with cashmere lining inside. Try them on.
Hey, man, you sure you want me to try these gloves on?
I'm not going to let you keep them, but you can try them on.
Man, these are so warm.
Yeah. 1-0 the count to Whit Merrifield leading off the Kansas City 4. And a liner over the head of Dozier, and the Royals come into this series not hitting much, but they're hitting well here in this game. They've already got 6 hits. Merrifield with a leadoff single. So what do you think?
Hey, you know what? These gloves are very, very good, you know, but they don't really fit. You know, so, and you're trying to charge me a lot of money. How about I got this for free, hand warmers? You can have those gloves that you're trying to sell me for $2,000.
Well,
this is for free.
Hey, all you can do is say no, right? I made you an offer.
Hand warmers,
you
folks.
said no.
Can't beat it.
Alex Gordon, the batter, got a big hit for the Royals his last time up, hooking a line drive off the glove of Mauer into the right field corner. 1-0. Royals have a bunch of singles and Bonifacio's home run. There goes the runner. Castro's throw on the bag, safe.
Wow.
And we'll see if the Twins challenge it. Paul Molitor has the left foot out of the dugout. Castro with a strong throw, if anything, maybe a little high. That might have allowed the stolen base.
I said it earlier, this guy's a special kid. I like the way he plays the game, and you know, he got a great jump right there, has a little speed, and he's one of their hottest hitters right now. He's poked that ball to right field earlier, but able to use his legs right there to make something happen.
Now Gordon with a 2-0 count. A man in scoring position. Popped up left field. Rosario hardly has to move. Let's get caught up with the Royals up 3-0.
Well, you got coverage just hit a base hit to left center, and they scored a run right there. And they had Bonifacio hit a home run, 2-run homer, fastball down and in, and that's that. That's why we're down 3 runs.
Cuthbert hitting here with a runner at second. Merrifield was the runner that scored in the second on the Cuthbert single. Off the plate, ball 1.
Cuthbert.
Chesler Cuthbert.
It's pretty good.
Another pop-up. Weakly toward right field. Dozier out. Kepler in.
Out the way.
Kepler with the catch, and Dozier goes into a roll to get out of the way. 2 down. Big story in baseball. Big series for the Rangers as they try to make it 10 in a row. And Joey Gallo, when he hits one, it's just a question of how far over the fence. Oh my.
Oh my goodness. That's
almost into the second deck at Comerica Park.
That is a massive home run. Whew. That
Rangers have won 9 straight, and yet they are 7.5 games behind the Astros. That's how good the Astros have been.
I mean, Texas Rangers, I mean, what they were doing early in the season, it wasn't them.
You win 9 in a row, you think you'd pick up some ground on the team you're chasing. And there's only one team they're chasing now. The Rangers have gotten past the Angels and the Mariners. But while the Rangers have won 9, the Astros have won 8. And each team is 9-1 in their last 10. So it's a wash between the top 2 teams in the West. They've each won 9 of their last 10 games. So the margin is still 7.5 games. That's tough when you win 9 in a row and you don't pick up any ground.
It's like a strain.
right field foul pole.
That's a
on
nice
the target field. Nice view. 1-1 to Alcides Escobar. That's to right center field. Kepler coming in, makes the catch, and this time Buxton goes into a barrel roll.
Whew. Scary.
That's how good they are. It was a question of which one was going to catch that little flare. Either one could. And Kepler keeping his eye on the ball with Buxton rolling behind him. State Farm combine auto and renters and see how much you can save. Dick Bramer, Torrey Hunter, Kevin Gorg bringing you Twins baseball. After ending a short losing streak last night, the Twins would like to build a winning streak, but they trail the Royals and Nate Carnes 3-0 so far. Here's Robbie Grossman. That's hit to right and deep. Going back is Bonifacio. He won't get it. That's off the facing of the second deck. And Grossman connects for his third home run of the year.
Wow. That was massive. Pretty high. There you go, Grossman. Way to put us on the board. He got the pitch right down the middle. You know, two of his first pitch strikes of the game, and Grossman went after it.
So just like that, it's 3-1. And now Mauer hoping to get aboard here and give Sano a chance. And there's strike one. Mauer hit a liner to center. Kane coming in to make the catch.
Kearns only has 3 first pitch strikes, so I guess Grossman said, you know what, he throws a strike, I'm swinging.
And now Mauer to left in front of Gordon. You know, the Twins have hit some balls hard. Mauer lined out in the first. Sano and Kepler got hits, hard hits to start the second inning. And then Rosario hit his deep fly to the left field corner, caught by Gordon. Dozier sent Bonifacio to the wall, and now a home run and a single, and here comes Sano.
Hitting is contagious. Let's see if that's true.
Well, Sano probably had a restless night's sleep last night, figuring, okay, I'm going to get 12 at bats against the Royals. You know, how many hits, how many doubles, how many home runs, how many runs batted in, because he has really punished their pitching this year. And he takes strike one.
And it's amazing as a hitter when you can be in a funk, and when that team comes in that you always hit, you know that you're going to have a good game. You get out of your funk, and I think that's Sano's not in the funk, but
that swing was intended to tie the game. Wow.
Definitely. You know what? I think that's the best pitch in baseball. Backup slider or curveball. It backs up. It doesn't break where it's supposed to break because you're trying to, you see it, and you're trying to swing at where you think it's going to break, and it backs up on you. So I think that's the best pitch in the game.
Perez setting up off the plate. And he got away with one over the inside corner, and Sano on 3 pitches strikes out.
That pitch is inconclusive. I have no idea what that was. It didn't do anything it was supposed to do.
Well, when you say a backup slider, I've always taken that to mean like a mistake by the pitcher, but more often than not, it seems like they get away with it.
Yes, they always get away with a backup slider. That last pitch, I have no idea. It went straight down, and that's pretty much a backup slider.
Kepler on the first pitch, lazy fly to center. Kane coming in. And Kepler's retired. Suddenly 2 down, and here's Polanco. Polanco hit a ground ball to Hosmer his first time up. Twins had a chance. They had a runner at third and 1 out, and in Polanco's at bat, he could not get the run in. It's one thing I think Paul Molitor would like to see his teams in first place, and it's been a complete turnaround from what we saw a year ago. But situational hitting hasn't been very efficient for the Twins. There have been a lot of situations where, like the Polanco at bat in the second, where you'd like to get that guy in from third with less than 2 outs. In the case of the second inning at bat for Polanco, the Royals brought the infield in, trying to choke off the run.
You know, if you're going to be a first place team, you have to be, you know, very consistent, and less than 2 outs, runners in scoring position, especially at third.
Outside, 1-1.
You actually have to get those guys in. You know, whether you hit a ball, you know, a fly ball to center field, outfield, and get a sac fly, or just hit the ball to second base and that guy scores, you have to get those runs across the plate when they're giving you that shot.
1-1. 2-1. Remember the 2005 White Sox seemed like they always scored first in the first couple innings. Pasetnik, Frank Thomas, guys like that, and they played so solid fundamental baseball. It was apparent in the second half if they kept doing that, they could do some damage in the playoffs. They were a fun team to watch because they executed so well. And you guys had, you know, for most of your tenure with the Twins, you had that great rivalry with the White Sox and had the better of it. But that one year, they really put things together and played awfully well as a team.
It was 2005, and I broke my ankle that year.
At Fenway?
And Fenway. And those guys went on to win the World Series. But you know, it's tough to, when the guys score first and you got a good team like that, it's like battling uphill. You're trying to fight, you know, in war, you know, you want to get the high ground, you know, when you're battling with somebody. So these guys, they score first. That's like you fighting uphill. Wow, look at that popcorn.
Yeah, now those last 3 scoops, though, they were just for show because his box was already full.
Bring Torrey Hunter a bag of popcorn, you can have Dick's coat.
Full count to Polanco with 2 down. Hosmer is holding Mauer. He takes off. Ball hit off the glove of the pitcher, and now Polanco will get an infield hit. Carnes put the glove down, didn't field it, and by the time Escobar got to it, Polanco was crossing the bag. An infield hit, and that'll bring up Jason Castro.
Yeah, 3-2 count. Joe is going, and he just wants, it's kind of like you're protecting a hitter, kind of like a hit and run, but he did a great job of making contact right there, and got a hit out of it.
And now Castro got a fly ball to center his first time up.
Castro has a great swing, man, and you know, he walks a lot. He has a great eye, and you know, as a catcher, it's tough. Sometimes you're squatting over the whole time, the whole game, and then you got to get up to the plate, and you got to swing the bat and use your legs. Sometimes your legs leave you. But I definitely think if he gets his bat to where he's capable of doing, is driving balls to left center and hitting them out the park, he has a lot of power. He's going to help this ball club out as well.
strike one. Castro's got 5 doubles, and the Twins need one here. Double should tie the game. Inning started with a home run by Grossman. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
You got to get these pitches up. His curveball is pretty good when it's down. So your job is just try to. Sometimes a slider and a curveball, they have little dots in them. You know, you try to raise that dot up a little higher and try to give yourself a chance to make contact. But when it's down, it's dropping off. It's like dropping the pin off the table. It's going straight down.
0-2 to Jason Castro.
There you go.
Take a look at the strike 2 pitches ago to Castro.
Well, this is the pitch right here. It dropped off the table, and you see it almost hit the dirt. And he missed it by at least 10 inches.
Fox Tracks presented by Jeep. 1-2 to Castro. Mentioned that the Twins have kind of had their way with the Royals pitching staff this year, scoring 34 runs in 5 games and drawing 30 walks. They haven't drawn a walk yet, mainly because Carnes has had a lot of these. 1-2 counts. Castro takes ball 2 and dug out by Perez.
Well, when you're hitting, it's not fun for a hitter to be behind in the count, because now you got to be protective. You got to make sure that the ball is close, you know, as a strike in the strike zone, and foul those nasty pitches off on the corner, because you don't want the umpire to. You got to battle 2 guys, the umpire and the pitcher. So we like to swing early. You know, we like to get pitchers behind, but we don't like to be behind. Pitchers love that.
2-2 now to Castro. Just off the corner. 93, and he just missed.
It was a
the
ball.
Outside edge.
It was a ball.
Like I said, he just missed it. That was close, though. How do you take that?
Ball. Good pitch, though. It was a very good pitch. Pitcher's pitch, but that's a ball. Great call, umpire.
Full count. Runners will go here with 2 down. And Castro drives it to right center field. Kane calling for it on the warning track, makes the catch to end the inning. Nate Carnes has had some deep fly balls early in this ball game. He comes off the mound leading 3-1 after the Grossman home run. Pepsi fans of the game, in the concourse area, beginning maybe enjoying some of the heat lamps, keeping them warm out there on a cool Friday night.
Ice cream under the heat lamps. Woo.
A Minnesota tradition. Here's Lorenzo Cain leading off the fifth. Eric Hosmer, Salvador Perez will follow. Santiago's struggled. He's yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. Faced 4 men in the first, 6 men in the second, 5 men in the third, and 4 men in the fourth. And now Cain with a foul, and it's quickly 0-2.
Starting to recover pretty well. Got 80 pitches in 5 innings. He probably can go out there another inning, get 6 innings to save that bullpen.
Busted bat and a bouncer to third. Sano's got it. Close play, and Sano needed that arm strength. One away.
Threw him a slider pitch before that, and he reached out and poked it to the right side, foul. It was a good pitch to set up for the fastball in.
Hey, if you're looking for the ultimate Twins experience this summer, the all-new Twins baseball and softball camps presented by select Heartland Chevy dealers are perfect for your kids' summer plans. Camps are for kids age 6 to 14, feature a current Twins player and coach, VIP day trip to Target Field, a full Twins uniform, skills competition, and more. To learn more and register, visit twinsbaseball.com/training. Hosmer has singled twice, scored once, and he's just taken ball 1 from Santiago.
Hosmer's had some good at bats. Last 2 at bats were pretty good, poking that ball to the left side.
The 5-0 series edge that the Twins enjoy on the Royals more than anything else explains why the Twins are in first place and why the Royals are in last place. If the Royals had just won 2 of those games, there'd only be a half game separating the 2 teams. Dozier has a go off the end of his glove, and Hosmer has his 3rd single.
Hosmer needs to go to the casino. He's hot.
Dozier just got a piece of it.
Yeah, he had a pitch out of the middle of the plate, and he was able to turn on it. A little cutter maybe. It started inside and cut back over the plate, and he pulled the ball and got it through the hole. Great effort by Dozier, though.
Perez popped up in the first, hit a fly ball to left in the third.
Hosmer will steal. Be careful.
Breaking ball down and in, ball 1. Perez has grounded into 7 double plays on the year. Just thought I'd throw that out. That foul.
Give a little bad luck, so we're looking for one, right? He doesn't run very well, but he hits balls hard to shortstop, third baseman, so he'll be a good guy, a good double play candidate. I remember when he first came up, he hit the ball hard to right center field with power, and you know, the last couple of years he's been pulling a lot more.
1-1. And now 1-2. View of Target Field. Right behind the Twins on deck circle. 1-2 to the Kansas City catcher. Missed inside 2-2.
All these nice camera angles. Wow. Technology has changed.
Yeah.
You're getting old, Dick.
I've tried over the years when I've had off days to spend off days here at the ballpark and sitting in the different seating areas, because I don't get a chance to do that very often. There's a ground ball, but it's a base hit. The Royals racking up some hits here. It's already their 8th hit of the ball game. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. Twins fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app, take Fox Sports North and Twins baseball with you wherever you go. First and second, one down, and now Bonifacio, who walked, leading off the second, and that indirectly led to the first Kansas City run, and then he knocked in the next two with a home run.
I think we know that he likes the fastball in. Probably not going to see that pitch. Uh-oh.
That's right where they go. Strike one.
Whew.
Tyler Duffy getting loose in the Twins bullpen with Santiago's pitch count up to 90. Santiago's gotten 3 ground balls this inning, one just out of the reach of Dozier for a base hit, and then Perez's single between Sano and Polanco. One of those ground balls hit at somebody, he can get he and his teammates off the field.
Keep that ball away, down and away, and we can get one.
Way out in front of the changeup, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, because he wants the fastball in.
And he may have seen his last one in this at bat, the one he took.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they saw that, so hopefully we stay away and throw changeups and get a swing and miss or hit a ground ball and get a double play and get out this inning.
And called out on strikes. Bonifacio on a belt high fastball, 2 away.
Froze him. Really good pitch.
First strikeout of the night for Hector Santiago.
He set him up pretty well. He threw fastball in and threw 2 changeups away and set up that last pitch, a fastball up and in. You know, thank you, umpire. A little up, but hey, we deserve it.
Soler, the designated hitter, a couple of infield pops. High fly to left. Rosario back, calling for it. Inning over.
Can of corn.
To the bottom of the 5th with the Royals up 3-1.
Halfway home at Target Field, Royals lead by a deuce. It's time to step into the Minnesota State Lottery winner circle. That means 100 scratch-off tickets, compliments of the Minnesota State Lottery. Pat and her clan in here, down from Bismarck, North Dakota, on their way to their niece's wedding in Mankato. Great way to spend your Friday night. And you got the sign right. It says Tori. It's got the 2 eyes. But be honest, Pat, some relatives down here spilled the beans. That sign was changed on the drive down here. How did it happen?
Well, Krista told me, well, tonight it's not going to be LaTroy or Bert. So tonight we're filling in with Tori. And I thought, all right, we better get that sign changed.
Well, he's one of my favorites. I know he's one of your favorites from talking to you, and you got the spelling right. Tori, please circle these fans. They are big winners tonight from the Minnesota State Lottery.
Consider yourself circled.
And I'm glad you by the man, Tori Hunter. Nice.
And I'm glad you changed that name and spelled my name right. That's awesome. Much respect.
Up and in, 1-1. Yeah, LaTroy Hawkins in a different uniform. We had him in coat and tie here for 3 games, and now he's the bullpen coach out there in place of Eddie Guardado, who is in the dugout as the pitching coach. A pop-up, Escobar under it. Bobby Allen, Neil Allen's son's graduating from high school, so Bobby will have his father in attendance tonight. Neil will be back tomorrow, and then Eddie will go back out to the bullpen. And do we know what's going to happen to LaTroy?
LaTroy is going to be kind of released.
Oh, really? You're breaking news.
Yeah, he's going to be designated for assignment.
Just a different assignment.
Yeah, different assignment. He's going somewhere else. That's pretty good. Suit and tie. Yeah, he has a neck brace on. That's pretty awesome. That's a towel.
1 down in the 5th. Buxton retired. Here's Rosario. Up and away, ball 1. Well, it is great for Twins fans to have you involved, not just on the broadcast, but in the organization. LaTroy, Michael Kadyr's not going to be up in the booth, but he's making the rounds, making evaluations of the Twins minor leaguers and the affiliates. 2-0.
I think it's awesome what Derek and Thad are doing, you know, bringing these guys back, and you know, hopefully one day we bring Johan Santana back, and ooh, that'd be fun. And he's a lot of fun, but he has a lot of insight. We've been playing a game for many years and had a lot of failures and made some adjustments. It's up to us to try to give it back.
And I know you guys want to. I mean, you did that late in your playing careers. You want to foster a good relationship with your successors and the people that follow you, and pass along what you learned in the hopes of maybe, although they're going to struggle, the struggles aren't going to be as prolonged maybe as yours were.
Oh yeah, that's what we want to do, man. And I think in anything that you do,
it's hit hard to center, but Kane is there. 2 down.
I think that anything that you do, you know, in life, you know, whether you're playing a game or wherever job you're working at, I think you just got to try to make the world better and then make everybody else better. And guys are coming up after me. It's my job just to give it back to those guys and make them better than I was. And to see, you know, all these guys around the game that we've had an impact. Paul Molitor had an impact on me, and Kirby Puckett had an impact on me, and I was able to give it back to guys like, you know, Trout and Howie Kendrick and, you know, Buxton and Hicks and, you know, many guys. And, you know, I just think that we should give it back and make it better for those guys.
Strike 1 to Dozier. Twins have squared some balls up against Carnes. Don't have much to show for it yet. 68 pitches for the Kansas City right-hander. Dozier 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, hit a deep fly ball to right, hauled in by Bonifacio right in front of the fence, right in front of the scoreboard in right center. And now Dozier behind in the count, 0-2.
I think he throws a fastball up, maybe try to get Dozier to chase, but he missed out on the plate and almost, you know, got punished for that last at bat against Dozier. But I think he's going to stick with that curveball or slider away.
Dozier checks. It's 1-2.
I think he gives him a steady diet of sliders right here, you know, and Dozier can kill a fastball. He eats those up, so see if he hangs one.
2-2.
Man, it's amazing. When I was hitting, I could never guess right. I'm not a hitter anymore up in the booth. I'm really good at calling pitches.
I think you did pretty well guessing it at the plate. 2-2 to Dozier. High fly to left field. Left center, measured by Kane. And he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. You're watching Twins baseball, presented by State Farm. Minnesota, can you meander the beautiful Minnesota River Valley National Scenic Byway to the charming town of New Ulm, the most German city in America, home of Brian Robbie, home of Terry Steinbach. Check out the 120-year-old Herman Monument, Herman the German, or watch while peacocks wander the beautiful gardens of Shell's Brewery. I was there this year on the Caravan, the oldest brewery in Minnesota. Dance your lederhosen off at one of the many festivals. Find endless ideas for the perfect getaway at exploreminnesota.com/escapes. Share your favorites with hashtag #OnlyInMN. 5 innings for Hector Santiago. It seemed like he had a hard time getting ahead of hitters and having anything happen easily or quickly for him.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he threw too many strikes and got it, threw first pitch strikes, and I think they had a plan of attack, and they swung at it. He threw a lot of strikes, and these guys were aggressive on him today.
3-1 ball game. Whit Merrifield swings and misses against Tyler Duffy.
Tyler Duffy has great stuff, man. 5th round pick in 2012 draft. Went to college in Rice. Has to be a very intelligent kid.
Was a closer for the Rice Owls. Now he's returned to the bullpen. And I think one thing, well, a lot of things have changed between the Twins and the Royals from last year to this year, but I think one thing can be said is the Twins now have the edge in terms of bullpens. Kansas City, of course, had Holland and Davis and Herrera breaking ball off the plate. Of those 3, only Herrera is left. The Royals have had a hard time filling in some of those other spots in the bullpen, while the Twins have now converted Duffy to a reliever. Presley's just been overwhelmingly good in his last couple of outings, and Kinsler has been very steady as the closer. Swing and a miss, and Duffy takes care of Merrifield quickly. 1 down.
He's probably looking for a 2-seamer. He threw him a nice little slurve or curveball, and got him out in front. He's been hitting the fastball lately, Merrifield, and got caught off balance right there.
Here's Gordon, 1 for 2.
You were saying earlier about Kansas City, their struggles of late. I definitely think Wade Davis has something to do with that. That guy was lights out for those guys in the bullpen, and he kind of, led the charge.
Ooh. Check swing foul right in front of Cuthbert.
Kind of led the charge for those guys, man. He really, elevated that bullpen out there. You had Hoshaver in the bullpen, and you had Holland, who's out there in Colorado. He's, pitching pretty well, and now you don't have that. Your bullpen was everything for 2 or 3 years, and
Ryan Madsen was really good for them for a couple of years.
Ryan Madsen was really good. So it's just, when you lose your bullpen and now you're trying to find that identity out there in the bullpen, and the Twins have elevated their bullpen, and I think it really means something. You got a stopper like Wade Davis and Herrera at the end of that bullpen, or Holland. You have no choice but to have some winning seasons.
3-1 now. Duffy to Gordon. Foul back. The Twins have put together so far, after having a miserable record in 1-run games last year. They've got a winning record in 1-run games and 2-run games, combined 9-6, and that's generally a sign that your relievers have done a pretty good job. It's not an absolute stat for that, but that's one indication that your relievers by and large have done a good job when you're winning the 1- and 2-run ball games instead of losing them.
One of the reasons why the Twins bullpen has been, kind of got a facelift is Duffy's out there now. He's been pretty good out there in that bullpen, and then you got Ryan Presley. He's been throwing the ball 98 miles an hour, and he's healthy and he's ready to go, and that kind of helps out a lot with Kinsler, who's a veteran guy who's been around and knows how to get outs.
It's hit to center. Buxton over for the catch. Out number 2. Cuthbert will hit with 2 down. But first, Tuesday, June 20th, it's University of St. Thomas night at Target Field. A limited number of St. Thomas theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket and a purple and gray Twins cap. Learn more at twinsbaseball.com/St. Thomas or call 800-33-TWINS. Duffy gets the first 2 outs here in the 6th, and now Chesler Cuthbert. Twins last year in 1- and 2-run games were a combined 27 and 48. Minus 21 in 1- and 2-run ball games. And that conversely is a sign of an ineffective bullpen, and that was one of the issues for the Twins last year. 1 strike. On the ground, Sano knocks it down, picks it up, fires, and Bauer can't keep a foot on the bag. Joe's done that so many times on Sano's throws, Polanco's throws from the other side, and Paul Molitor has a foot out of the dugout, but Mauer didn't even look in the dugout. I think he realized he had to pull his foot to make the catch.
Sano just reached out and tried to fall with the play and kind of hit the middle of his glove. But that arm is so strong. But you got to commend Mauer, man. He might have been on that bag. I don't know.
Nope, not challenge it. No.
He's off, and but he saved an error right there. Well, I think he got an error anyway.
Yep, he got an error.
Yeah. But he could have advanced if that ball was thrown away. Mauer did a great job of just stopping it, so he won't advance the extra 90 feet.
Just the 13th error on the Twins and the 3rd on Sano. The other 2 were in 1 game. And the Royals get an extra out here in the 6th. Duffy misses the outside corner, ball 1. Escobar 0 for 3. A foul pop, a ground ball, and a fly to right. Breaking ball over for a strike. Duffy, with that wicked curveball, moves around on the rubber. For left-handers, he'll stand or start on the first base side of the rubber. With right-handers up there, he'll get way over on the third base side. Fastball missing.
One of the reasons why guys do that, for me as a hitter, when I saw a pitcher on the third base side of the rubber, especially a right-hander, and I'm right-handed, it seemed like it appeared that he was closer to me. And so every time he released the pitch, it seemed like it's going to come right in my face or my hip, and then he throws a slider, and now you're waving at it. And Duffy has a really good curveball, slider cutter, we might call it a slutter. And so when he's on that third base side of the rubber, I mean, it seems like he's going to slap me in the face. And he ends up throwing that slider. Now your butt is out, and you're trying to poke it to right field, but no, you're out.
2-2 to Escobar. And he gets him.
There it is.
He's vastly improved his success against right-handed batters. Last year, right-handers hit .337 against Duffy, and this year they're hitting about 100 points less.
And there's that pitch. I told you. Looked like he's going to slap me in the face, and butt's out, and I'm out.
That's the only Twins run so far as they try to come back from an early 3-0 deficit. Now something to smile about, presented by Cricket. We had a play here earlier. Kane veered off to the right, went over to a fan, and slapped a little skin with the young fan.
That's pretty cool, man. I missed that in the game. You know, you go over there and slap a kid's hand, and he'll never forget it for the rest of his life. He's going to always remember Lorenzo Kane.
Well, here's Robbie Grossman, who homered as a left-handed batter his last time up, but now the Royals go to their bullpen. And Fargo native Matt Strom comes in, trying to protect a 2-run lead. Grossman takes up ball 1. Grossman hitting from his preferred side. Strom was with the Royals at the start of the year, had some control issues, as those numbers suggest. Just 12 1/3 innings, 11 walks, but not many hits allowed. And fouled away, 1-1. Royals sent him to Omaha, brought him back. He's been better second time around. Grossman, Mauer, and Sano, Twins trying to peck away at what was a 3-0 lead.
You think this guy Strom has a big following today? He's from around this area.
Yeah, Fargo, weekend series here. Up and away, and it's 2-1.
I remember Darren Erstad. He was from around here as well.
Jamestown, North Dakota. Yep.
Right, and every time we played the Angels, and every time they called his name, he had a cheer from. I'm like, what is this? I was trying to figure out what he did in that day to for them to cheer like that, and I found out he was from around here.
Well, again, the Royals have had some issues in the bullpen with shifting roles as players have departed. A lot of those 30 walks were against the Kansas City bullpen in the first 5 games. And now Grossman takes a leadoff walk here in the 6th. Wow. Look at this. The Twins have scored 20 runs against the Royal relievers in 5 games.
Well, they're taking advantage of it right now.
And that number on the bottom, that we scored 14 runs against the Royal relievers in 19 ball games last year, that seems high. I don't remember many of those 14 runs. Here's Mauer. He represents the tying run.
You know, for years the Royals were known for that bullpen, and you know, every time you saw the schedule and you saw the Royals were coming up that next week, you tried to get all your hits before you got to the Royals, because you had Wade Davis, Hochshaver, and Herrera and Holland.
Mauer takes a strike on the outside corner.
Now these guys are taking advantage of it. I love it. Way to go, Twins.
Mauer 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts against Strom. And that gets by Perez, and Grossman goes to second base. Now 1-1, and Grossman advances on a wild pitch. So rarely see the ball roll away from Perez. This one went right between his legs.
Yeah, you're talking about a perennial Gold Glover in the catcher position, and you know, for a ball to get, I mean, that ball bounced like before you know, 10 feet before the home plate, and they got away from it. But that's awesome when you can get that extra 90 feet and they give it to you.
Well, Joe, particularly against lefties, is prone to hit ground balls. A double play no longer in order here.
Right. If he pulls the ball to the right side, he got him over.
Joe hitting just 200 against lefties this year.
But Joe can really hit lefties to left field.
Fouled away, 1-2.
He tried to do it.
Mauer with a liner to center, and then a shorter line drive for a base hit in the 4th.
Well, they're pretty straight up in the infield. They got the shift out there in the outfield. If he can just pull one down that right field line, watch him run.
This one to left center field, and Kane with the catch. Grossman anchored at second base, 1 down. And that'll bring up Miguel Sano. Ian Kennedy's coming off the disabled list. He's had a hamstring issue. The Royals are going to activate him tomorrow and make a roster move. Last pitched on May 4th. Hasn't been given any run support at all. Chris Young, who replaced him in the rotation, got all kinds of run support and needed it. So the Royals hope that Kennedy will be healthy and will be able to continue to pitch well. And the Twins have called up Adalberto Mejia to start tomorrow, or will make that announcement tomorrow. Here's Sano. Bounced foul. Sano with a single to left, and then he struck out on 3 pitches in the 4th.
Got the right guy at the plate, but I don't think he should play with Sano right now because he can really tie his game up. Play with him, try to get him to chase, and the base is open. You got a lefty behind him.
And we've seen so often when Sano was, well, back when he was hitting well over 300, teams just wouldn't give him anything to hit with a base open like this.
I wouldn't either. This guy has power and so much potential. Yeah, there you go. They're gonna pitch around him and got that base open, and you got Kepler on deck. Make that lefty-lefty matchup, and
Perez is going to go to the mound here. We've seen the Twins 2 or 3 times this year. Once a situation like this evolves into a 2-0 count, although the count here is 2-1, to see the manager just put up 4 fingers and complete an intentional walk. Mike Minor warming up for the Royals. But the count here is 2-1. They may just spin something off the plate and see if Sano will get himself out.
Right.
And he threw one belt high over the middle of the plate, and Sano fouled it back.
That might have been a mistake. I think he aimed that one and he left that out over the plate. Wow. Close your eyes.
Very lucky that Sano didn't tie the game on that pitch. It is 2-2. Kepler on deck.
Pretty sure the manager over there, the Royals, didn't want to see that.
Fastball up. 3-2.
That's one thing about the change, about just give him 4 and put him on, you know, just putting him on first base. You know, you guys can pitch, or, you know, pitchers can pitch around them and guys can get themselves out. Now it's no longer like that.
3-2 to Miguel Sano. The inside move, keeping an eye on Grossman.
The fire pit was nice. Some heat.
Now the 3-2 to Sano. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Matt Strom. 2 down.
And that's what I was saying. They were just kind of nibbling and pitching around him to get him a chase. And he threw a couple pitches up and finished him with a slider down.
Strikeout's one thing, but it's got to be frustrating for Sano, and you probably experienced it many times too, when you missed your pitch. You had a pitch to clobber and you didn't do it.
Yep, you can see where the first pitch is down, and then they played with them up a little bit and wanted to finish him down. Didn't really want to give him nothing to hit because the base is open.
Now Kepler with 2 down, and Grossman still at second base. Kepler hitting just 161 against left-handed pitching.
Kepler has to know that he's coming out to Kepler. You have a guy who's a switch hitter and he's right-handed, and you got a lefty in the bullpen, so they want to come after him.
Down and away, 1-1. So far for Strom, 17 pitches and just 7 strikes, but he managed to strike out Miguel Sano. Hard to figure. We talked about this in the Colorado series with LaTroy. This situation at home, and almost predictably, the Twins would get a hit. But these 2-out situations with a man in scoring position at home, key at bats like this, the Twins just have not picked up enough hits. That's why they have a losing record at home. Popped up. Perez
Get out.
over by the Twins dugout. Has no play. Now, I don't know. I mean, the theory is that, you know, this is still kind of a young team. Sano's, you know, still learning. So is Kepler. So is Buxton. And at home, they're just so eager to get that big hit, get the crowd behind them and all that. And on the road, they're so much more relaxed.
Well, you know, actually, when you're on the road, you don't have that much pressure at all. You're playing to shut up the fans, the enemies over there. But here, you want to do so well in front of your hometown, your family fans. And
Kepler pops another one up over the Kansas City dugout.
And it just, you know, you want to, it's like you play in front of your dad and your mom, and when they come to the game, they come in, you're like, I want to hit a home run. You want to please your family. And this is the same thing as playing at home. You want to please the people that you love, and you try to do too much. What you got to do is try to scale back and do less to get more out of it. And when you get so pumped up in baseball, bad things can happen.
Kepler takes up high, and it's another 3-ball count with Polanco on deck. So you kind of ascribe to that theory that part of the reason this team has performed poorly at home in at-bats like this, guys are a little wound too tight.
Yeah, I mean, they're a young squad, and like I said, they're home and they want to please everybody. They want to please the fans, and once they get over that, though.
Kepler hits
nice
it to
swing.
center. Kane with room out there, though, and another long fly ball out ends the inning. Ooh.
Wow, look at that fire pit.
Give me some marshmallows.
So warm. Oh, yeah, man. Got a big hit up in the left center gap, and they scored a run right there. And yeah, Bonifacio threw the fastball in and able to hit a 2-run Johnson right there, and it's pretty big.
2-run Johnson. I've not heard that term before. Is that a home run?
Yeah, that's a home run.
Okay, all right.
That's a home run. That's locker room talk.
Okay.
And you had Robert Grossman, you know, jumped on the fastball first pitch and put it out the park and give us a run.
That would have been a solo Johnson.
Yeah, solo Johnson. You got a 3-run Johnson.
Okay,
you know,
all right. Catching on.
Locker room talk.
Lorenzo Cain, first pitch, swing and a miss. You know, let's go back to yesterday, and it was not a great start for Irvin Santana, but Santana and Ryan Presley got through the game. The Twins used just 2 pitchers, and then 7 2/3 for Jose Barrios. Tapper left side. Polanco scoops and fires, and Cain retired on a close play, 1 down. 7 2/3 by Barrios. Taylor Rogers got 1 out. Kinsler got the others. I mean, the Twins just got a split, but the starters pitched deep enough into those 2 games to keep the bullpen in decent shape for tonight and whatever might happen tomorrow and Sunday.
And you know, Santana, the first game, he went 7 innings. He gave up 5 runs. He had a couple pitches early in the game, and you know, the bulldog in him said, hey, you know, I got to save my bullpen. Let me go out here and pitch 7 innings.
We didn't know at the time, of course, that Berrios was going to go 7 2/3 innings again.
I mean, you know, he showed what he can do against Cleveland, and you know, you were hoping that he had the same stuff and the same mentality, you know, as he had last week, and he brought it yesterday and saved that bullpen.
Ball right side.
Finally got him out.
And Hosmer, who has 3 singles, taps out to Dozier, 2 down. In yesterday's game, we wondered aloud on a play yesterday in the afternoon game. Santana pitching and Charlie Blackmon with a base hit. Buxton charged, and the throw came all the way through. Geminus moved up through to second. They got Blackmon a run scored. But there was no cutoff man there. And I checked with Paul Molitor today, and we mentioned it at the time. Somebody had to be there. And the way the Twins worked their cutoff plays and all that, Buxton should have seen Sano between him and the catcher. I checked with Paul Molitor. I checked with Joe Mauer. And on a play like that, since there's no responsibility for the third baseman, he needs to be the cutoff man, and on that play he wasn't. So we just wanted to clarify, since we mentioned it as it was happening yesterday, on that particular play it was the third baseman's job to be the cutoff man.
Oh yeah, definitely. You need a cutoff man. I think Buxton threw the ball low enough for it to be cut and get that guy that's trying to advance to second. If nobody's there, of course he's going to get that extra 90 feet, and he's going to be in runners in scoring position, and you know that hurts the team to give him extra 90 feet.
And Jimenez did get the runner at second base, and Duffy now trying to finish his second hitless inning. High fastball.
Purpose to that pitch right there. It's a setup for a come up, which is a slider to third.
Come up?
Yeah, for a strikeout.
And he froze him.
Man, call me Notre Dame.
Well, your son went to Notre Dame. You call him that. I think you're meaning Nostradamus, right? Yeah, okay. Whether he would rather hit a home run or rob another hitter of a home run. And earlier today, Torrey Hunter asked Byron Buxton the same question.
Definitely robbing. Just some of the face expressions you get when you rob a home run is just priceless. You know, like you're slamming your hammer, you're frustrated, it takes you out of your game. And it just motivates your team to go out there and put more pressure on them.
And that entire conversation between you and Byron will be aired Sunday in our pregame show.
Oh man, that was pretty cool, man. We had a nice time, and I try to bring that personality that he has in the clubhouse, and I wanted everybody to kind of see it. And he tried to reserve it, but I brought it out a little bit.
Mike Minor coming out of the Kansas City bullpen. To pitch to Jorge Polanco. Down and in, ball one. Twins still down a couple of runs, hoping to do some seventh inning damage against the Royals bullpen, which was kind of the theme of the first series here. Here's a one hopper fielded by Cuthbert, and Polanco retired one away. MLB.TV Premium is back better than ever. You can watch every out of market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. When the Twins hosted the Royals to start the season here, in the season opening game, the Twins scored 6 runs in the 7th inning. In game 2, the Twins scored 6 runs in the 7th inning against the Kansas City bullpen. So they don't need 6, but they'd like to get a couple anyway. Ball one to Castro. 2 fly balls to center field so far.
We definitely need to get something going. It's kind of stagnant right now. When the things are stagnant, you know, we need somebody to kind of step up and make something happen, whether it's dropping a bunt or just creating havoc. Stealing bases, go first or third. All right.
A liner to left. Gordon with a sliding catch, and out number 2. A bullet to left, and Gordon made a nice sliding catch to rob Castro of a hit.
That's not fair. You've done everything in your power to hit this ball hard, and you got a Gold Glover out there taking it from you. Nice swing.
Fastball presented by Carrier.
I told you that glove never goes anywhere. Yeah, your bat might be slumping, but the glove never goes anywhere.
Buxton takes ball one. Buxton struck out in the 3rd, popped up to short in the 5th. Inside again, 2-0.
We need a base runner right here. Rosario with the power that he has, and I think he hits lefties pretty good. There we go.
They're working him over, trying to anyway, inside. They missed 3 times. Rosario on deck. Twins haven't had a hit since Polanco's single in the 4th inning. Taking all the way, 3-1.
I think he takes again. No
really?
Use. Yeah, no use swinging the bat. He's just trying to. He threw 3 balls in a row. Make him throw another one.
And he took ball 4. A 2-out walk. And the second walk taken by the Twins. Let's go to Kevin Gordon.
Yeah, big night next Tuesday. Double play for the Minnesota Twins. The game on Big Fox Sports North, the interactive channel on Fox Sports North Plus. And fans, we want to get you involved. Send your Twins photos with the hashtag TwinsDP. You will be a part of that special broadcast on Fox Sports North Plus. All kinds of fun happening Tuesday night. And we're also going to look at the best all-time catches by Twin center fielders. I'm imagining, Torrey Hunter, you might be a part of that package as well.
Yeah.
We will be, Jack Morris and I will be in Baltimore for that Tuesday night telecast. Eduardo Escobar coming off the bench. He will hit for Eddie Rosario. Escobar hit a 3-run home run against the Kansas City bullpen in the season opening game.
Escobar is one of my favorites, man. He can really hit the ball far for a little guy. I told you I call him Mighty Mouse.
Hitting .355 as a right-handed batter this year. And he takes a belt high strike.
That's a ball.
3 home runs in 31 at-bats as a right-handed batter.
Last pitch I thought was up. You know, yeah, it was a ball. That tracker was off.
Down the right field line.
Get fouled.
A long run for Bonifacio, and he gets there. And the Twins have another hitless inning in the 7th, having a different result against this Kansas City bullpen here tonight.
Studio Sports Update. It's a 2-game, 2-sport doubleheader Saturday on Fox Sports North. Join us for afternoon baseball when the Twins host the Kansas City Royals. Our coverage begins at 12:30, and then it's basketball at night when the Lynx visit Dallas. Our coverage is at 7 p.m.
And of course, we will be playing here tomorrow, weather permitting. The weather forecast isn't really encouraging tomorrow. Eduardo Escobar taking over in left field.
Definitely, he got a cheat sheet. Hey, that means he doesn't play the outfield much.
Well, but we've seen Buxton and Kepler with those. I mean, this is really detailed stuff in terms of how one should play Bonifacio in the first pitch with the count 2-1, whatever it might be. I mean, it's. You think you'd be able to remember all that?
My first year, I had a cheat sheet. You know, I wrote
Right.
it down, and I had it in my back pocket. Jerry White would laminate it for me, and wow, that didn't feel good. He's gonna have a headache tomorrow.
Castro taking a foul ball off the mask, strike 1. Now a check swing, strike 2.
Look at his outfield, the positioning. You know, Jeff Pickler does a great job of positioning guys and finding tendencies of hitters. That left fielder is pulled. He's pulled this guy. That means that Bonifacio pulls everything and pokes everything to right. Just like that.
Base hit to right. And a leadoff single against Matt Belisle, who comes on in relief of Tyler Duffy, who had a couple of hitless innings and struck out 3 in his 2 innings. So good outing by Duffy. And now Belisle on a 2-strike pitch threw it right down the middle.
Yeah, that was a pitch down the middle, and got a pitch he can handle, and shot it to the right side, and that's what the scouting report showed.
Now Soler 0 for 3. A couple of infield pops and a fly to left. And a strike.
He was a little late on that. He was a late getting ready, so I'm pretty sure he's looking for off speed. He might want to stick with the fastball in.
Breaking ball popped up right behind second base. Dozier with a quick look to make sure that Soler was running out of the box. Get a game break now. The Rockies, who were shut down and out by Barrios yesterday, have jumped all over the Reds. Nolan Arenado with another home run. He hit one in the opener yesterday afternoon.
I like Arenado. He has a great swing and keeps his head down, and he's been swinging a bat pretty well.
You saw what the Rockies did to the Twins pitching staff in the first 2 games of the series. Now we see what they've done in Cincinnati. which underscores the great job that Barrios did in the nightcap last night.
Yeah, you know, Barrios had to, I mean, that team can really swing it. And for Barrios to come in there and shut those guys down like that, that's special. That's a...
Merrifield, the batter. Runner goes, pitch foul to the screen.
That was a hit and run.
Yep.
You know what? When hit and runs, I really like those when I was in a slump. When I felt like I was feeling bad that day or maybe in a slump, one way I knew I was going to get out of it is by, if you send that guy all the infield to the middle infield, they kind of move. And all you got to do is shoot the ball to the right side. And I mean, you get a base hit. And then that right there builds your confidence. And that's when that slump is over with.
Double playing ground. Dozier and Polanco to Mauer. And Belisle has a really good inning. Don't let the ERA fool you. Most of the numbers for Belisle are pretty good. A low opponent batting average, and he faces just 3 men in the 8th.
By CenturyLink, we'll take a look at the Minnesota Twins tonight. A lot of missed opportunities, a lot of runners left on base. We'll also take a look at Santiago, who had struggles with his command and allowed the Royals to build this lead. Twins have been playing uphill most of the night. We'll also take you inside the clubhouse. Hear from the manager, Paul Mauder, about the game tonight and what lies ahead this weekend. 2 more games with the Royals. And guys, Twins have 2 more at-bats to get those 2 runs and tie this game up.
Yeah, Sano stalking in the dugout. Brian Dozier will lead off the 8th, then Grossman, then Mauer, then Sano. And Joaquin Soria comes out of the Kansas City bullpen, and his numbers are very good. Walks a little high, 8 of them in 17 2/3 innings, but look at that low opponent batting average.
Yeah, Joaquin has a sneaky fastball, but an eephus curveball.
Swing and a miss by Dozier, who is 0 for 3. Now, Dozier hasn't had a whole lot of success against him. 2 hits in 11 at bats. But one of those hits, a home run, a walk-off home run when Soria was pitching for the Tigers. And Dozier hit that big walk-off when the Twins scored 7 runs in the 9th. Off the middle, but into the shift. Backhanded by Merrifield behind the bag, and Dozier is retired. Looked like a base hit, and then you realize the Royals, like a lot of teams, shift Brian 1 away.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Perfect.
Why you just can't say dispersed? Why disseminated?
You know what? It's Friday. We won't be able to get an answer for you. But as soon as we roll into Monday, I will appeal to the Twins legal department. There's a foul over by the tarp. And no play.
The next time I read that, I'm going to do my best James Earl Jones voice or Morgan Freeman's voice.
Okay.
or Bert Blyleven.
Okay. Any of those would work, but what you just did there was just fine. That was a very professional read.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by. Did that sound good? Like Bert?
No.
You know what? Be honest.
It reminds me of somebody, and I can't quite think of who it is. I'll come up with it. 2 strikes to Grossman. Kind of reminded me of what it would sound like if David Chappelle read the disclaimer.
David Chappelle doing the white guy's voice.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, but that sounds like that's exactly what that would sound like.
That is hilarious. So you watch Dave Chappelle?
Oh, I love Dave Chappelle.
You know what? You're my new best friend.
Down and away, and it's 1-2. You seen him perform?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
I actually met him in the elevator in the Bahamas. He was in the elevator, and I met him, and he's pretty funny.
Okay.
In person.
Well, I think it's hilarious, but Grossman takes outside 2-2. Mauer on deck.
Joaquin Soria was my teammate with the Tigers, and he didn't have the 93-94. He was something was going on with him. He was like 90-91.
And Grossman stays alive. Grossman's home run leading off the 4th. The only run for the Twins so far. Leadoff walk in the 6th by Grossman, serving as the Twins' designated hitter in place of Kenny Vargas.
He's back up to 95 tonight. You know, his low is 74. He has an Ephus curveball. Slower than that. It's like 68. He usually throws it with 2 strikes.
Tampa right side, and it'll bleed through.
Oh, Grossman.
So Dozier hits one sharply up the middle into the shift, and Grossman hits a weaker ground ball, but it finds a hole, and the Twins will get Mauer to the plate as the tying run.
Grossman, you know, he just stayed with it till he got a pitch, and he can get through that hole. He kept the ball down, stayed away from it, didn't want to really give him nothing middle in to hurt him, because he hit the ball out of the park earlier, and he got a ball down and put good wood on it and got him a CNI single.
Mauer at the plate. He's hit a couple of balls hard tonight, 1 for a hit. He has absolutely owned Joaquin Soria. 9 hits and 16 at bats, including a couple of doubles. And there is ball 1. Twins need an extra base hit here, and get Sano up to the plate with a couple of men aboard, trying to put together an 8th inning rally when earlier this year the Twins were doing their damage in the 7th inning against the Kansas City bullpen.
We got the right 2 guys up coming up. You know, you got Mauer right now, you got Sano behind him, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to face Sano right now. He's the hottest hitter on the team and the most dangerous, so you have to go after Mauer, and Mauer can hurt you as well.
Down and away, 2-0. See Sano hoping for a chance this inning. For that matter, all 3 of those guys hoping to get some swings in here as the Twins hope to cover up the 2-run deficit.
Oh yeah, we got him on the bench as well. That's pretty good. Vargas.
And Mauer takes a strike, 2-1.
If you want a home run, I don't know who he would hit for. Vargas, maybe Castro.
The Twins know that in the 9th inning, unless this game changes, they'll face Herrera. Through 21 pitches in the ball game last night in Kansas City. 2-1. Mauer to center, hit right at Kane. He comes in a few steps to put it away, out number 2. And now the guy who's done so much damage against Kansas City coming up here in the 8th inning in an important at bat. Sano with a sharp single to left his first time up, and then a couple of swinging strikeouts. Sano 2 for 5 with a couple of doubles against Soria.
I think Sano is just at the plate. He's looking for something. Probably first pitch. Not trying to pull it. They're trying to hit that ball to right center gap. Look how they're playing. They're playing them deep. And they're playing them pull.
Outside, ball 1.
The outfield is pretty deep. They're playing no doubles. So you don't want to give up a two out double. You know Sano has all the power. 80% of his balls probably at, from normal to deep. So you want to play deeper and take away his 80%. If he gets a blooper, that's cool.
When we're talking about Twins hitters pressing a little bit, trying to do too much at home, I think you can put this guy on that list. I think he really relishes opportunities like this, and if anything, might try to do too much.
Yeah, you can tell right here in this swing, he tried to really hit that 2-run homer, and you just have to do less, man, to get more. You try to do more, you tense up, and it's not great results coming out of it.
1-1. Inside 2-1. I mean this is a compliment. He doesn't have to swing that hard. He's so strong, he can take half that swing and still hit it over the fence.
If you watch him take BP, he swings 80% of the time. I mean, 80% at 80%.
Right.
He doesn't swing 100%, and he hits missiles. And if he can do that right now in this situation, just go back to 80% swing.
3-1. He's got to have a strike to swing at. Kepler on deck.
And he would have better bat control. He'll hit more balls, more on the line and out of the park. If he can calm that down, bring that batting practice swing into the game. Because once you get in the game, you tense up. You go at 100%.
Big pitch here. Soria, the veteran. 3-1 to Sano. Wrapped to third and under the glove of Cuthbert. A ground ball single. And Sano will set up Kepler, perhaps, for some heroics. We talk about exit velocity, and we talk about it in the context of line drives and fly balls. But when you hit the ball into the ground that hard, you're going to get some base hits.
Yeah, they exit velocity is good for like line drives and homers. But Sano got a pitch up right there, a little slaughter that Joaquin Soria was trying to get by him and try to keep it down, but he left it up and he was able to capitalize on that mistake.
Adrianza will pinch run here as the Twins hope to get a double from Kepler and tie the game. So the Twins down a couple, taking a shot here. They've taken out Rosario and now Sano. Kepler has a double and 2 fly balls to center field.
They're going to stay away from him.
Strike 1.
He's going to throw curveballs away, changeups away, fastballs away. They don't want to play with this guy inside. Hitters don't like to sit in that batter's box too long, tense up, call timeout.
To left field, Gordon comes in.
Oh my God.
Did he make that catch? They say yes.
Wow.
It will be reviewed. And the dugout wants Kepler to keep running. I think he's coming off the field like he caught it. We'll see if the Twins challenge it here. They look at the video board, and Alex Gordon has done it to the Twins again.
Oh my God. Tell you what, he's not hitting, but look what he's doing with that glove.
He has saved this lead for the Royals and may, in short order, have saved the game for them.
Oh my God. That's why he's a Gold Glover.
The Twins leave 2, and it's still 3-1.
Man, that was a great play by Alex Gordon, man. He's one of my favorite outfielders in the game. You know, the good outfielders, they kind of lay up on that ball, but great outfielders actually take that extra step, and that's what he did. He has no fear, no doubt, no worry. He comes in and makes that play and took the extra step. The ball could have went by him, but he has no fear of that. He goes in and grab the bull by the horns and ride that sucker.
Tremendous play by Gordon. His second great catch coming in on line drives to left field. And now Taylor Rogers will pitch to him. 1 strike.
Special player, man.
They've even put him out in center field a few times this year. He's wanted to play center field. Taylor Rogers now drops a breaking ball over, and it's 0-2. And so the Royals will put him out there, but Ray Adrianza, who entered the game as a pinch runner, now in for Sano at third base. Foul back.
He got a new contract this year as well, right? This offseason.
2 years ago, a year and a half ago, Gordon, after many people thought the Royals wouldn't be able to retain him, and he signed with them, and it's just turned into an albatross of a contract for the Royals. He hit barely over 200 last year, and he's been in a deep hitting funk all year long this year. Just 7 runs batted in. 0-2 from Rogers. And a roller right side, hit right to Dozier. And Gordon, who singled his first time up, has a 1-for-4 night so far, 1 down. Kansas City closer Kelvin Herrera entered the game last night with the Royals up 5-0 because he hadn't been used much, and he ended up throwing 21 pitches, and he'll be asked to pitch the 9th inning here tonight. 1 down, top of the 9th. Chesler Cuthbert will hit. 1 for 3.
I figure if Polanco gets up and get on, you'll see Kenny Vargas pinch hit.
Royals getting a run in the 2nd on a 2-out single. 2 runs in the 3rd on a 2-out home run. The Twins can't seem to buy a meaningful 2-out hit in this homestand again. To right center field, Kepler, Buxton, and it's Kepler with the catch, 2 down. That'll bring up Escobar. Saturday on Fox from coast to coast, an evening of Major League Baseball. The Rangers taking on the Tigers. Saturday at 6 p.m. on Fox. The Rangers beat the Tigers 5-3 tonight. And Terry Francona, before the Cleveland game in Houston, called a team meeting and then met with the starting pitchers to try to get the Indians out of their malaise. On the ground, Dozier has it. Taylor Rogers has a quick 1-2-3 ninth. We'll see if the Twins have any heroics in store for their fans in the bottom of the 9th.
Here come the Twins.
man. Alex Gordon in the field has come up with a couple of nice plays. Chesler Cuthbert with a 2-out single to make it 1-0. Then Bonifacio the 2-out home run to make it 3-0. The Twins have gotten one back, 1 innings worth of at bats left, and it'll be Polanco, Castro, and Buxton, and then Escobar, Dozier, and Grossman lined up after that. Kenny Vargas is available to pinch hit, and I suspect he might be in the cage right now getting loose.
He's definitely down there in the hole, we call it, getting loose and getting ready for this pitch hit because Polanco's about to get on.
If Polanco can, the move might be, although Castro's a left-handed batter, it might be Vargas. And Vargas has a bat and he's ready.
He has that stick.
Facing Kelvin Herrera, who's delivered ball 1, and now a strike on the outside corner. Polanco a couple hits and 5 at bats against Herrera. No secrets here. Herrera, although his role has changed, he's been in the American League Central for quite a few years now. Even Polanco's had 5 at bats against him. Big swing by Polanco and a foul straight back. And still plenty of velocity there. That clocked at 96 miles per hour.
Yeah, he used to be consistently 100 miles an hour when I faced him all the time. And you know, I had certain pitches on him, and so I waited for that pitch.
1-2 to the leadoff man.
Change up.
Off the plate, 2-2. Again, Herrera hadn't been used much. The Royals didn't have a particularly good homestand, and so Ned Yost put him out there in the 9th inning with a 5-0 lead. And it's got interesting. He had to throw 21 pitches, but secured the win. Polanco swings and misses, 1 down. That'll bring up Castro.
That last pitch, man, had some movement on it. It was a changeup, and that's pretty tough.
CenturyLink wants next. Kennedy will be brought back off the disabled list tomorrow. Mejia will be called up from Rochester tomorrow, weather permitting. Pregame at 12:30. Game time a little after 1. Swing and a miss by Castro. Castro's 2 for 3 against Herrera. And Vargas on call here for whoever might hit next after someone gets on base. He might have hit for Castro. He might hit for Buxton. Up the middle, a rocket and a base hit. And we'll see what the Twins do with Buxton here.
I don't know. Buxton's a center fielder, but it could happen.
Calling him back, and Vargas, now with a man aboard, is going to take his swings. So the Twins trying to cover up the early 3-0 deficit, and they have taken out of the game Rosario, Sano, and now Buxton.
Wow. Nice swing by Castro and buzzed his tower and base hit up the middle, now giving us a chance to tie the game up right here. One last push.
Hope they tie it up for a lot of reasons. One of them is I'd like to see how the Twins would line up for the 10th inning defensively.
Yes, I have no idea how does that going to work out.
Vargas takes outside, ball 1.
Who do they have left on the bench?
Well, Jimenez is the only bench player left.
Jimenez? Can't put him in the outfield.
He has played out there.
Oh, Lord.
1-0. Vargas with a drive to right center field and deep. Kenny Vargas has tied the game.
I love it. See ya.
A 2-run blast. We are tied at 3.
What is that, velvet? That's beautiful. Wow. Way to go, Kenny Vargas.
Into the second deck over the 403-foot sign.
Oh my goodness, that is nice.
That ball was crushed.
He knew he was going to get a fastball and he crushed it.
Tie game. Now Escobar. Bases empty.
Wow, give the fans what they paid for.
Swing and a miss, 1 strike.
Wow. And he left that pitch. Oh, a changeup away. Reached out and got it. Reach out and touch someone, boys, and he did it.
Where this ball landed.
Man,
one of the longest home runs hit here.
He's strong like bull. Wow.
1 strike to Escobar. We play tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll do it on Sunday. I'm going to go out there where that ball landed. That's comparable with hitting one up into the catch area, which is what Sano did earlier this year.
Yeah.
Young Ho Park did it last year. That's a long, long way from home plate.
There's no wind. There is no wind. That is not wind dated. That is all strength.
1-2 to Escobar. Dozier on deck. Escobar keeps the at-bat alive. That wasn't his fastball, and he still hit it 400. What'd they measure it at?
443 feet. That's impressive. And no wind, no nature, no nothing. No nothing. It's not real.
And Escobar lifts it to Gordon. 2 down, and now Dozier.
Guess what? We have another chance. I think Dozier gets a big hit right here.
Been a frustrating game for Brian. 0 for 4.
That's why.
1 deep fly to right field in the 3rd inning, and Bonifacio caught it right up against the fence in front of the scoreboard.
I just think this is a great matchup because you got power, a guy who loves his fastball, the 96 to 99, and Dozier, who hits a good fastball. I think it's a great matchup, but if I was him, I wouldn't throw him a fastball.
I'll try to stand next to you.
Barring some heroics yet in the bottom of the 9th, Brandon Kinchler is warming up in the Twins pen for the 10th.
Look at LaTroy.
Dozier takes a strike, 1-1.
Slider right there, and like I said, look at LaTroy.
Looking very professional there, doesn't he?
I would just, yeah, it's a great coach.
Foul back now, 1-2.
That's that fastball. He almost made a mistake right there. I think he throws him a changeup or a slider. He hadn't seen a changeup yet. And usually they try to finish you. Pitchers do. Pitcher you haven't seen. But nope, fastball.
On the ground, base hit.
Slider. He hung it.
So Dozier gets a base hit. He was robbed by the shift his last time up when he hit it up the middle, and there was a guy standing there. So he pulled it just a little bit and got a base hit. Grossman's had a good night at the plate. He'll come up next with Dozier at first and 2 down.
Was a slider out over the plate, left it up, and he was able to hit it where they ain't.
Always a good idea if you can do it.
Yeah. Only Tony Gwynn and Ted Williams and all those guys, they did it.
Dave Island, the pitching coach. Grossman from this side of the plate got the Twins in the run column with a first pitch home run.
And it was a fastball out over the plate and put some good wood on it. Let's see if that can happen again. Let's relive this dream. Fastball right down the middle.
Home run, a walk, and a single in his last 3 plate appearances. On the outside corner. Now, in the first series here, the Twins ran almost at will against Salvador Perez and an assortment of Kansas City pitchers. Herrera gets that fastball to the plate so quickly. Dozier, of course, been dealing with a bad ankle. Swing and a foul, 0-2. And Dozier's been thrown out trying to steal in his last 5 attempts. Started out 6-0, and now he's 6 out of 11.
Herrera's pretty quick to home. And
0-2 to Grossman. Swung on and missed. And Perez completes the strikeout, but the Twins strike for a pair. Kenny Vargas with a mammoth home run to tie the game at 3.
Free baseball, folks. Don't leave your seat.
One of the options was, of course, keeping him in the game, putting him at first base, putting Joe Mauer someplace. But instead, the Twins, with Vargas and Sano both out of the game, will lose their designated hitter now for the balance of the game. Robbie Grossman was the DH. He made the last out of the 9th inning, so the pitchers won't be asked to hit for a few innings anyway. Kepler moves to center. Kinsler is on the mound to pitch to the Royals in the 10th.
You got some of your core guys out of the lineup. You got Rosario and Buxton and Sano out of the game, so it's going to be a dogfight.
Kane, Hosmer, and Perez will hit against Kinsler in the 10th inning. Twins finally tie it up, running out of outs. And Buxton pinch hit for. And again, underscoring the importance of Castro's single up the middle, because if Castro doesn't single up the middle, Buxton hits, hoping that he would get aboard. But when Castro got the base hit, the move was made, and consequently we're tied. Here's Kane, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, has not gotten the ball out of the infield. A pop up and 3 ground balls to the pole side. Strike 1.
Kinsler does a great job of manipulating the ball. Has that two-seamer that seemed like it's going to be a ball outside, and next thing you know, it's coming back, freezing the hitter.
Crack foul, and right over the roof of the Twins dugout. 0-2. Kane 0 for 4 against Kinsler. Hosmer 0 for 1. Perez 2 for 3. Ground ball left side toward the hole. Backhanded. Polanco will have no play. The only chance they might have had to get it out would be if Adrianza was able to cut that ball off. But a slow bouncer and a leadoff single for Kane.
Yeah, that was like a 35 hopper. And with that speed that he has, man, there's no way you're throwing him out.
And now Hosmer, who has 3 singles and a ground out. Hosmer has only grounded in, Hosmer's grounded into 8 double plays to lead the team. He has always been a high percentage ground ball hitter facing a sinker ball pitcher. So the Twins have a chance here to get 2 outs on 1 pitch.
Yeah, we got 2 speed. I mean, Hosmer runs pretty well for a first baseman, really well. And you got Kane, who has 11 stolen bases. I mean, it'd be tough to turn a double play. It has to be perfect.
High and tight, ball 1.
There's a purpose to that pitch, folks. Always. Remember that. It's a setup for a come up. For him to get a strike right here. Off speed away. Seamer away. There it is. Hosmer is swinging a hot bat right now. He's
very high again.
2 balls, no strikes. You're trying to box him up and get your strike zone a little smaller, and you're exerting all your energy to this little box. When you're 2 balls and no strikes, you're not trying to swing as hard. You just want a ball right there in the area that you're looking for, and you just put a good wood on it. The ball will travel.
2-0 to Eric Hosmer. Low throw. Bauer had to backhand it out of the dirt, looked like.
Like I said earlier, Kane has 11 stolen bases. You don't want him to steal right here, or which I don't think he's going to do with 2 balls, no strikes, but you never know. You just got to keep him honest.
Ground ball cut off by Adrianza, and they get the force at second. A tremendous play by Adrianza to take a hit away from Hosmer. Wow.
That is a great play.
Hosmer looked like he was going to get his 4th hit on a ground ball, but look at the range of Adrianza.
Coming out of spring training, they say he had a pretty good glove and made a good play right there and hit that force at second.
And kept the double play in order.
Kept the double play in order.
For Perez.
And he's not a fast runner. He's not doesn't run pretty well. And he's a high candidate for a double play.
He's hit into 7 of them. He's right behind Hosmer.
Likes to pull the ball. Got that 2-seamer. It's telling he's a candidate right now. Double play.
And Kinsler starts him with a strike. Polanco pulled way over in the hole. Polite disagreement from Perez. Just about everything he does is polite.
Catchers and umpire, they have a union.
Albuquerque warming up. Nice catch by Castro. He had to backhand that sailing cutter.
Castro did a good job of staying with that pitch. That could have been an extra 90 feet for Hosmer.
Left a pitch up, and Perez missed it.
Yeah, you don't want that pitch up right there. That keeps him out of the double play. And that pitch right there, he kind of left it up out of the plate, and that's a pitch for a fly ball or a home run. But he sped up his bat, so hopefully he can throw a little off speed right here.
1-2.
Stay with the fastball.
Hooked foul into the netting, the very far edge of the netting.
Kinsler slipped and fell right there after the throw. After that pitch, he lost his footing.
And Perez cracked his bat.
You know what they call that? Eternal damage.
With the bat, never going to get it back, you mean?
Yeah, you're not going to get it back. It's
okay.
Firewood. Here's Kinsler. He slipped. He lost his footing. Seems like everything's okay.
1-2 to Perez. Nice block by Castro. You know it's coming, and I mean, catchers know that the pitch is going to be in the dirt, but still, you've got to be very sure of your positioning to make sure that the ball doesn't kick to your either side and allow the base runner to advance.
Yeah, they try to smother the ball. When the ball's in the dirt, you see the catcher, they bend over to smother the ball, so to keep it, you know, hitting their chest and keep it in front of them.
Popped up, out of play.
I guess I learned those things over the years, because I was definitely not a catcher. Not tough enough.
Oh, now come on.
Those guys get beat up.
Oh, I know that. Kinsler threw 15 pitches, faced 5 batters in the ball game last night. Check that, just 4 batters. Little pop up, and Castro can't find it. It's out of play. He got a double play to end the ball game last night. A weak ground ball to Escobar at third, and he'd like to get another weak ground ball hit at somebody here to face just 3 batters in the 10th.
I'd like to see a hard ground ball hit to shortstop and third baseman.
Okay.
That way he's definitely out. A weak one scares me because it gives him time to run down the line.
How do you feel about comebackers to the mound?
That's pretty too.
Check swing now.
What?
3-2.
Good pitch.
We'll see what the Royals, if any, do, if anything, with Hosmer at first.
He's battling right now. I would send him because he's not really gonna strike out like that. He's battling at the plate.
Stays putting the ball line to left, and a base hit in front of Escobar. Great at bat for Perez. And we have a kind of a makeshift outfield. Of course, we started with Rosario, Buxton, and Kepler out there. Now it's Escobar in left, Kepler in center. That part's fine. Grossman in right. So that's a ball that Alex Gordon probably would have caught.
And Rosario probably would have went after it. He has that mindset of, you know, he challenges himself. You know, Escobar's not so comfortable. He's not going to really go after that ball. And you really don't want to make a diving play late in the game or try to make a suicide play like that late in the game and giving those guys that extra 90 feet.
Only 1 out, 2 men aboard now for Bonifacio. A 2-run home run, a single, and a walk, and he takes up ball 1. Well, Perez just put together a great at bat in a key spot. Kept thinking ground ball, and he hit a sinking line drive to left instead. Missing outside 2-0.
You know this guy likes the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know if he's comfortable throwing his slider, his changeup for a strike. This is a good time to throw it right now.
2-0 to Bonifacio. Back to Kinsler.
Nice.
Double play. A bullet back up the middle. Not the kind of double play he wanted, but he'll take it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it. You can't write a script better than that.
Big hit for the Royals tonight, but Kinsler, and there was a little air or softness to the line drive. Kinsler caught it, turned it into a double play. Twins were trailing 3-1, and Kenny Vargas in a pinch hitting appearance did this. He absolutely crushed a 2-run home run. And the Twins in the bottom of the 10th have a chance for their second walk-off of the year. Joe Mauer provided the first one with a home run. And Mauer and the rest of the Twins who hit here in the 10th will face veteran reliever Al Albuquerque. There's a decent chance, Torrey, that the Twins hitters will see a slider or two.
It's amazing. This guy was my teammate as well for 2 years. And a lot of sliders, man. He has a great arm. He throws a 93, 95 mile-an-hour fastball, sometimes 96, but he throws off speed all the time.
Missing low to Mauer. He's done a decent job in limited duty. This is his 5th game, as you saw. 4 innings. Just 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and a couple of hits. He is the 5th Kansas City reliever. 2-0.
2-0 is good. 2 balls, no strikes. Joe, go ahead and turn on one and end this game. Let everybody go home happy.
Taking ball 3.
2-0 slider. That's afraid.
Adrianza would hit next. In fact, he might be asked to bunt if Mauer reaches via a hit and a walk.
Yes, definitely.
3-0 Mauer will be taking. And he takes ball 4. Albuquerque comes in and issues a 4-pitch walk.
All right, all right.
Adrianza, who as it turned out may have saved this tie game with a great fielding play in the 10th, now has a chance to put together his most important plate appearance as a Twin.
Has to try to get this bunt down. I'm pretty sure he's going to bunt and get this runner in scoring position.
And here comes Dave Island. He may want to talk not only with Albuquerque but with everybody in the infield about how to position and what to look for here with this Adrianza bunt. The conversation seems to be directed as much to Perez as it does Albuquerque.
I know when I played with John Lackey, he would always, when he knew it was a bunt situation, he threw a curveball to give his infielders, like the third baseman or the first baseman, time to run in and feel the ground ball and able to get that guy at second. He always threw a curveball slow as possible.
He's never faced Albuquerque, but he's seen video and he's been given scouting reports. Adrianza, 3 hits, 10 at bats. Up and away, and Albuquerque can't throw it over the plate. Left-handed batter. Adrianza's 2 for 7 with a double.
When I played with Albuquerque, all he had good outings and then he had some really bad outings. He was inconsistent, and he's showing that right now, walking guys.
6 straight out of the strike zone in his relief appearance, and Twins are trying to give him an out, and he won't take one.
I say take another one. Don't try to sacrifice a bunt right here. Make him walk. Adrianza.
2-0. Oh my.
There you go. Make him throw 2 pitches.
A strike. 3-1.
I'm such a daredevil. I would hit and run right here.
Wow. Nearly hit him. 9 pitches, 2 walks. And now what do the Twins do with Kepler? And first things first, Royals are going to go get Al Albuquerque.
Yeah. Get that lefty to come in and face Kepler. Travis Wood.
The final lefty for the Royals and their bullpen. Nate Carnes pitched 5 innings, didn't issue a walk. The Kansas City bullpen has issued 4 walks to the Twins and 2 perhaps costly ones here in the 10th. Long hit, a pinch hit home run to tie the game. Let's get a game break with former Twin Denard Span in St. Louis tying the game with a 7th inning single. And it's always good to see Denard do well. And then the Cardinals came back to take the lead. And here Max Kepler will face Travis Wood for just the 2nd time. The only other time Wood faced Kepler, he struck him out. Polanco is on deck. Kepler struggled against lefties. We'll see whether Kepler's asked to bunt. Royals are pinching the infield corners in here. Hosmer only 60 feet away from the plate. An inside move to see whether Kepler would betray a bunt attempt.
Yeah.
And he didn't flinch. I don't think he did he?
No, he didn't flinch at all.
And now look where Hosmer is. Hosmer is playing well behind the runner. He was 20 feet in on the grass on the inside move trying to get Kepler to betray a bunt attempt. And he takes ball 1.
I mean, you kind of, would you bunt?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, because if you score a run, just 1 run, game is over. But they walked Polanco, put him on.
Force a double play situation.
Yep.
1-0 to Kepler. And a strike on the outside corner. Kepler faced a left-hander in the 8th inning and hit a bullet to left, and Alex Gordon made a great play. So he's had a good at bat tonight against a left-handed pitcher.
He did. With a line drive to left field.
1-1 to Kepler. In the dirt, blocked by Perez.
Baseball is such a catch-22, you know, and if he bunts right here, gets him over, you know, everybody's happy. You know, if he hits a ball and gets a base hit, everybody's happy. But if he doesn't get a hit right here, they're gonna say he should have bunted. Such a crazy game.
Kepler takes ball 3, and the control issues that really plagued the Royal bullpen in the first series here in early April is arising again in the 10th.
Make him throw a strike.
3-1 to Kepler. Ball 4.
All right, all right.
The Twins have taken 3 walks on 14 pitches here in the 10th. Twins have gone 5-0 against the Royals, and in those 5 games prior to tonight, they had taken 30 walks, and now 3 walks to begin the first extra inning.
Who was your pick to click tonight?
Polanco. Vargas off the bench, I think I said, didn't I?
I said Polanco.
All right, he's your man.
You're unbelievable.
Polanco tonight 1 for 4. A couple of ground balls, a base hit, and a strikeout. And the Royals have to play the infield in. They can't assume or even take a conventional double play. It would cost them the ball game. Outfield has to come in. Polanco takes a strike.
That pitch looks outside.
0-1 to Jorge Polanco. A liner to left. Gordon with the catch. Tagging from third. Mauer coming home, and the Twins win it.
Time! Yes! My pick to click. Georgie Polanco.
In dramatic fashion, the Twins go 6-0 against Kansas City.
Party time.
Polanco hit the ball so hard, Gordon had to almost backpedal to catch it. Couldn't get anything on his throw.
Great at bat by Polanco, man. Got a pitch that he can handle and hit the ball hard. I really love the way this guy plays the game. Wow. Got a pitch up. The two-seamer got it up and did his job. Man on third base, less than 2 outs. Gordon couldn't get behind the ball, get around the ball, and safe Joe Mauer. That's beautiful. What is that? Velvet coming to America.
So the Twins down through almost the entire game. Got the big swing of the bat from Kenny Vargas and a game-winning swing of the bat from Jorge Polanco. Tom Hanneman, another win for the Twins over the Royals. This one the most dramatic win.
The walk-off win for the Twins tonight here at home. Just the 4th time they've recorded back-to-back wins at Target Field. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll break it all down. Twins winners in extra innings at home tonight.